I tell them how to do some work. Yeah, man, loan some there, you know. Yeah, man, I'm a brethren, my bonafide family, them man, you know. I'm a brethren attack, you know. And we are talking about the wrongs when the police, police force right now. When the man do police work, I can't tell none of this. And the same corruption, the man are going undercover for root out. Whether you are police, and think the man you know in foolishness. What go on, brother?
Yeah, I'm tell you, man.
Yeah, man.
You know, I want to say first of all, good evening to the people in the chat group, and as we said, we see the very many disturbing, very many disturbing things you post online. And we also say this to the serving members. We say this to people within the chat group. I personally will take it upon my shoulder to apologize to members of the public some of the things that is so disturbing that we see being shown about members in the JCF. It is very disturbing. I saw one person earlier during when you had the little talk. There was one individual in the comment group who was kind of biased towards the gentleman that was talking about his situation. But when here's a disturbing thing that is very concerning to me. Here we have an individual returned to Jamaica. He invested in the economy. He assisted in the employment, which the government oftentimes asks people to come back to the country and invest. He employed 13 staff. 13 staff. Even if it's a drop in the bucket, it is still a source of employment for people who need to put food on their table. But what is disturbing to me, and again, I apologize to the people of Jamaica again. I mean, I'm not ashamed to apologize to people. We have reached a point where we see the degradation of the JCF, and this is not looking good. And serving members, yes, I know their members might say, why, we are not part of that. But when it is a reflection, and we have to remember, gentlemen, that these things tarnishes the reputation. It makes the public see police officers as criminals, because there are people in Jamaica who don't like police, period. Whether police don't do good, whether them do good or bad, it doesn't matter. They will just use a brush and paint all police officers. But it is very disturbing. And I'll deal with the first one that I saw. We have a sergeant. I want the people to think about this. Here we have a sergeant, all a female by her clothes, by her top. I'm looking at seeing her top, and he's dragging her on the floor. The woman is completely passed out. He has all authority in his position of doing whatever he wants, and he's dragging her like a rag doll. These things have to stop. These things have to stop. These officers have to remember whatever it is committed against the state, not against you. And you guys are taking this thing now too personal. It is an embarrassment. When that situation with the lady being dragged by that police officer is all over the place, even within the police officers chat group that I'm in. A lot of people share it. And then we have now a gentleman returned to Jamaica, and he's calling even the name of these people. Now that senior man that I see sit in that meeting, I'm assuming he's at a particular meeting, and his face is all over the place. So I'm saying, these individuals, they have no conscience. They have no class, they have no dignity, they have no respect. Yeah? Even the one way that hit the people off the bike, you can clearly see his face. Excluding the one with the firearm. which he had to wear, I'm assuming because of COVID. But you can clearly see the next one, the big fellow. You can clearly see his face. What is going on? And yet we have the commissioner who now from a task force who's saying, you're gonna fight crime and make things better. But yet you have police officer extorting people, threatening people. I wonder if people are realizing what is going on here. We're talking about policemen threatening citizens. I couldn't believe. And listen, sometimes in life we might play the devil's advocate.
Yes.
But this man is actually saying in a way that he knows that the breaking of his house, the pilfering of stuff from his premises are being done by these policemen. He has cameras to prove things.
Yeah, himself have the alarm. The guy himself, when old, cause him go in the house and get the guy with him gun in him, stick up that guy. So him know him too. And the guy tell him is which police and who get him things them. So me go back to the guy, so him know the guy. So that cause a problem. Cause him take him bicycle, him laptop, and other things from him home. Him not kill him say that not worthwhile, you know. But you know, you can't go in a man place and break it and do that, man. And then police attack set for you too. Yes.
Let me tell you something weird.
Yes.
From 1980 up to and until 1990 and a little bit more. After I've done over 300 arrests. From different stages of the works that I've done. When I'm telling you this, I tell people in the chat group whether they believe it or not. I've never could send any innocent people to jail or prison. And when I gathered intel and did what I had to do, then go through the right channels. And you ask if you're a dedicated person doing your work, when you do your job with malice towards none. Understand? Yes, you and I differ on a lot of issues, but we don't reach a point where we are quarreling the one another. We talk about it.
Of course.
Yeah, we do it all the time, and we tell you things we like and things we don't like. And it is embarrassing. It is embarrassing. Listen to me. I'm asking members of the JCF right now, the ones that really mean well, to put down the gun. When I put down the gun, and I put down the pen, and I put down the pencil, and I put down the documentation, and I put down every damn thing, and walk out of the station, and walk where the commissioner officer all over and tell them so they need something to be done. Because this is an embarrassment to the JCF way. This is an embarrassment. Lots of us will not stand for this. You can't have whatever deputy superintendent or senior superintendent. I don't care what he is. His name is over the paper. His name is right here for you to see. And the man that will carry out them acts. Listen, I don't this detective. How he get detective, I don't know. Is he a sergeant? Is he a corporal? How did he reach detective? And even when a lot of the public don't know, you have to declare whatever you earn to the government. You know. So where is his source of where did he get his source of income from to do all these things?
All right, so hear this now. Somebody right now, like one of film, if I'm a film girl or somebody, a young youth. Hear with them? No, well, no. Hear with them right. Let me see with them right. Let me see when right there. Because them said something to me. All right, see with them right. You is a big hater just by listening to you. Z, I eat them the right. Can me them put Z. It's free to fly anywhere he want to. So right away, him say you're free. You're police, and you're free to fly anywhere you want to. With their pay, okay? Because it depends on the ticket price. You will never travel yet. Me them attacked, right? Ticket price cheaper sometime depending on the airport. Eating because he elevate himself many ways to get money. Loan, partner draw. Come on. Partner draw? Which partner run up? Let me tell you, if you have part shop, me I tell you that costs millions and millions of dollars. Part shop you have. And bike shop. What do you matter? Partner draw and loan. Let me tell you this, police can't get loan for buy a house. You have enough police at work, and you have also said, listen, they have to come together, maybe have a nurse girl or something, and forget that Because must 6 million them that get. You understand? That can't buy nothing. Your input, we put 6 million. Yo, we're not talking.
Okay.
And when I'm not talking about your travel, because when I'm not going at that with Uno, because you don't understand who you're talking. So, me know say, and see there, Coley, the person named Coley. So, you know, when you talk, you're cuckoo. You understand? So, I'm not going on a travel with you. You can't tell me about ticket. Don't tell me about no ticket. See?
But hear this way.
Yes.
But hear this way. Again, we use the term. Again, let's play the devil's advocate. Again, okay. See, yes, if I come from America and him feel free to come up and mobile, okay, give him points for that. Give him points. Feel free to come up where you want to come up. You understand?
No, but hear this now. What? You know, say. Me know, say. And me talk straight. Me know, say, down there, say, where enough man come and depends on who I work and you go through, you can glance you in things. So me don't start straight. Because them not understand to me come at me, you use the 2 year point. When me I go Texas, me go to, no matter go to this and run go Miami. If me not get, I'm going to come from Diaso, Angoso, I'm going to go Dallas, Fort Worth, I'm going to go down in San Antonio. Me have not in an argument with them people. Because them know my trip, sometimes I'll 10 plane in one trip, you know. With them not see my kind of plane them. So me not going at that with them. So when them tell me about partner draw, which partner run them kind of money here? For you up in shop auto parts place, and then bike place and other place. No one place, you know. Even if you rent the place, brother, that's rent alone. And you have a 3 of them. The little time in the street. What you talk about, brother, man? With the whole light and the whole thing and them thing. You're mad, man. Eh? And by the way, when you're active, brother, me now ask, them can ask in a Jamaica, if you're going to fly, them have to know, but you have to get certain things for fly. Some man don't want to put police in them book again, because, you know, them I know say you move, and it raise red flag. Ask the immigration, them and they may tell you. And a joke me I make. So them get these things and it go up and do and what. So them know who, and they will stop police too. By the way. See? Me not ask. Me not talk the one overseas, me talk Jamaican immigration. Because you don't know this. I teach you something, and some knowledge me I go, because you don't know this. Them the parent, let me tell you, it's alert when them come out like that. Them have to have something, say we are go on a holiday. You can't just fly and just come in and fly, them I watch you. And most of the time when them just stop you, because them know what to do. You understand? And then it raises red flag. So if you are going to drive from this or better, well, I'm going to fly from this and then me alone I drive them and reach you. I said, all right, that's at the airport there. Even it's cheaper, because you have to park your car way down there so for drive it. So that's cheaper. Yeah, if you just say, okay, somebody from St. Thomas drop me, I just down the road, there's a Norman man today. And pick me up. So you need them not crashing or nothing. You understand, my brother? But for a part, me already, all right, me, I got to do some show in Germany and Austria and them things already. And me park down a mobile. I want to come back, maybe big so for a couple of weeks. Because I don't them, I forget the plane for go Frankfurt, for go in Germany. In a fly from here, so me go down there. Me and wifey and my daughter come go down. See? So me use the airport them. So me not in that talking there with them people here. And me I tell you, I show a non-stop flight. I know an extra amount of hours that. So me go down there, me just park, non-stop flight, boom, bam, bam. And you come in back, it coming like you run around 11 hours, so come in back, you know, better. See? Non-stop, you know. See? So you know you park and then you can drive come to town, but me not come to town and then go to next country. See, I just through this, so the plane come from, but you know, plane run from here to go New York straight. So you know, where you do, you come off closer, 32 miles from downtown for us reach. So why you got to take next 100 miles? Plus when you reach town, you still have to go next 30 mile. You understand what I say?
Yes, but we
no, save no money for no ticket. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? When Mr. Gardner,
yes,
and you can notice me hardly put alias behind the seat, behind police name. I just don't like put alias behind them.
Criminal, me say I put alias behind them name, man. Criminal them, man. If you're an artist or a movie star or you're a criminal, most want man.
When Mr. Gardner, you know, was there and the man start up security company. A whole heap of officers, you know, were upset about a few things, you know, and senior men, you know, disrespect, including myself, you know, get disrespected by senior man when we stand up and talk about the behavior of someone and how them get certain things. And people say you're bad mind, you know. Man, tell me to my face, you're bad mind me. I've come here and say, but listen, we out there fight. We have as a member of the Island Special Constabulary Force, you know what them called Blue Sea, and we get some report and unscrupulous behaviors that he was practicing. Also info on individuals that he was dealing with, and we watch him for 3 weeks. And the 4th week, I personally approach him and I say, I give you 2 options. You either go to prison or you resign. And he resigned, because even though what he was doing, you know, it was on a small scale. But what I want people to understand, criminal behavior don't start big oftentimes. It starts small until it get big. So you use what is called a saving grace formula with individuals, that because he had a very good personality. He had good intentions, but it was needs and wants why he started on that path. And not only him alone, there were many others. And this is why I say to people, because whenever you have some of your discussions on your program or you touch subjects that relate to police, I mean, as we say, everybody have a right to their opinions. You understand?
Yes.
And again, we go back and forth. Because when you attack, we go back and forth.
Of course.
I see even one person your comment said 90% of the police in Jamaica is corrupt.
No, not 90, not 90.
I disagree with that. This is what I'm saying, because let me tell you something. Okay, let's mix up the pot a little bit. You commented today about the officer that was shot and left, and somebody rescued him, and we can't agree to disagree. But here the thing that upset me more than all. The officer was lying on the side of the street, so nobody knew he was a police officer. But there were people driving by, seeing him lying there, and nobody did anything. My respect go out to that Coleman rescue and stuff like that. You understand? So whether he was a police officer or not, somebody was there to rescue him. Am I right?
You're right.
Yeah. So the only thing, I myself, and I'll be truthful to you, I myself, if I was a senior officer or someone, a statue that have power of authority, as in within the JCF government, I personally would come out and give that gentleman recognition, knowing that he did, you know, due diligence for a serving member of the JCF.
No, but all right. Why am I differ now? Why am I differ? Because most of the time,
I love your opinion.
Yes, but let me tell you why I'm differ. Let me tell you why I'm differ. We don't do photo apps, because we can't make the public look like them mean or something. You remember when the soldier them down in the same Zozo around a year and ago, 2 years ago, and them turn over somewhere in Westmoreland, who take up, who rescue them and carry them? Nobody give them the app. Remember the way of them crash and mash up, you know, them gun fight and people stop, and it's not the first. Any accident where you see, no care who drive past, somebody will stop and deal with you. Even if you're in a police uniform or not, don't do apps. Because other police mash up and people rescue them same way. Soldier.
Same way.
Yeah, that's why we don't do apps. Because for me, I don't want you to give me something like, you know, it's like we and them. No. You understand? Don't do apps. Do no photo app thing and them thing. There is not a good thing. Because when me do something, I don't want it come like, you know, encourage me like, no do it. Me that do it and do it again. But me no want to do it for you like you pay me like it's a bribe or something like you. Me no want fees. It's like me help the old man and me bury him. So me help him and build the house for him, the blind man in the Cuba in 2015. Yes. And when me don't know, remember the church aside of him. Patterson, him living in Cuba, for Christ's sake. So when me see it in the paper now, me make sure go buy every material and thing and send my brother with 2 other youth. And me pay them to buy everything. Remember, I could have gone down to build it myself. Me now go myself, you know. Me send them with the truck and then me buy him bed and everything and take him out. Me make sure me eat food, send him a doctor, do everything. Him dead, me give them the most money to put and bury him. So when me don't know, me hear the church. The lady called me and said, the church said them and give me a bouquet. You can't do that. Give the man when he was alive. Yes. Me do something where you gonna give me a bouquet for. You not gonna give me a bouquet and me not like that. Me I do something, me just do it. Me I do it out for my heart, brother. So you know why I do that and
yes.
say book because other man crash at other people and other people take them up same way. Me can't talk about enough more things. You understand what I say? So me not like that's why me not like photo up, brother. When me do something, me do it off of my heart. So even if you thank me, that's okay. You understand? But no come and give me people and yeah, because you know what it look like. Yeah, if me not get paid, then you have to put something on my heart and say, yeah, if why me not get paid, no, me not. No man, not do that. You understand? That's what me against, brother.
Yes.
You understand what I say, brother?
Yeah.
Because more people crash. A lot of people crash, brother. And people help them, more police and more things. You don't need to give you nothing. Well, it's just a working, brother. But the whole of we are Jamaican. Try a kind. Me crash and people come to the rescue too, brother. So when we see people crash, we go to them rescue, brother. You know, my father, you know what I think my father dead, man? Out of an accident, man. You understand what I say?
Yeah, man. And again, here is a problem.
Yeah.
Here's a problem that we are having.
Yes.
When I say we.
Yeah, man, I understand, yeah, man. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me and others.
Yes.
That situation, the inspector that dropped a man dead.
Mm-hmm.
I want the police high command to be very careful of the things that they allow an individual like you are able to have access to, and then come in and give the false narrative to the public through the media. Because it is dangerous, and me and you don't quarrel we are reason.
Yes.
It is dangerous. It is dangerous for you to be getting facts. When I say facts,
yeah, picture everything.
Stuff,
yes,
visionary stuff.
Yes,
and you have
organization.
Media sources that are sending false narrative.
But my brother.
This man never finished.
Yes.
Make your body, man.
Yes.
This man, this inspector, go to a scene and he goes with a known gunman. I don't hear of his political affiliation. So you go to a scene in plain clothes. You're a senior police officer, and you carry on like you're a thug, and you will lonesome have stuff that you can play about him, and get the media come and say something that don't even close to that situation. This is very disturbing because it is not good. And then we have now a returning resident. I want members of the JCF, the ones that need the force well. Listen to me, after this cycle lose even 3 days pay, because it is bad. It is bad if we not have to stop, if we not have to decide to now work today. Something has to be done. Something has to be done because the credibility of the force will go through the door. I personally apologize. You know, we can put on my big white pants and apologize to the public. This is not good. This is not good.
Yes.
You cannot listen. If the man said he did not, I listened to the man, you know. He said he did not have, he said if he did not have the camera, they would have killed him long time. Listen.
If he did have camera, them kill him, yeah.
He said, them win, them. And you can put it in black letter. Them. That mean he's not talking about one of the opposite, not about 2 or 3, maybe even more. And it is not good. It is not good. Jesus Christ, when is it? Let me tell you something weird. Let me tell you something. I have never, and you can put my hand on the Bible and tell you this, I've never taken a bribe throughout my years and years and years of the service. No man can point a finger on me. No man cannot point a finger on me. No man can come to me and say, never give me something. And me see people we're not supposed to do with them, they get position with they get lies, they get privileges, them this, them run this and run that, and senior men in the system knows them a deal with drug dealer, knows them a push gun, knows them, and that is the reason why I walk away from a lot of things, because it reach a point where it get me disturbed. They do the same thing to Watson. They do the same thing to Watson. They force Watson to walk away too. Whether people have them different thoughts about it, that's fine. You cannot run the system like this. What is the commissioner of police doing when we can show up video of these things?
Yes.
Even the police, even the private vehicle with the police officer that hit the people off the bike, what are they doing about it?
Nothing. Government should have come out. National Security Minister, the commissioner could have come out. But it assure you the blatant disregard and disrespect to the citizen where you say you serve and protect. You understand what I say, brother? Nothing else. You understand? Nothing else. Even Google, nothing else. It's wrong.
That's why I am giving you the reasoning that I'm giving you right now.
Yes.
The blatant disregard for the public. Listen, I get something, you see, today. I got something today that was sent to me through my sources.
Yes.
And I see a bunch of young men, look like a nighttime. I walk through an area with high-powered weapon. And I'm saying to myself, why the government don't focus on getting these individuals off the street, have them think properly done, instead of we see every day in the media or now and again situations like what you can able to put out there show the total and blatant disregard for people. It's a disgrace. It is a disgrace. And whether people in the chat group agree with it or not.
Them agree, man. Yes, that's true. A disgrace like disgrace. Because that's fair. I'm a brother. Hear this now.
Then they to tell you when some shame.
Yes, but as I said, brother, hold on. Me tell you, say it's an organization, and you see, when a man in this, so what we do, that's why we want to identify them. We want to do like what the Singapore brethren say, you start from the back and clean it, and anything when name corruption, you get rid of it, and then you get a better Jamaica, like what them doing in Singapore. With the man, with the inspector, with the paper come and run out with the lie narrative, they would run out with. Because remember, it come from the high command, it come from the information part of the JCF. I would them give the paper, them print, I would them give them, don't give them fast news. So them they keep by the way, and they keep a meeting. And them frightened to know say me come out with that, and them I say that's why we are one, don't do these things. Them did one. So me know so no one. You understand? Me know so no keep a meeting. I may attack people in a commissioner class, say boy, see when loan some have to come out with this. So it look bad. So then they keep the meeting real, brother. So me I tell you say wanna keep it, because we know so wanna keep the meeting too. You say loan some years screen though. No, what man. Some years screen. Me know, yes, man. Yes. Yes, man.
One time, we're not afraid to tell you about here. I'm not afraid to tell you. One time we were following individuals that were associated with Douglas Vaz. I don't care. I don't care because them are piss me off now.
Yes.
And when we accosted the individual that was associated with Douglas Vaz, the man have one pain pan a shot. One day you hear me I say, pain pan, full of shot. We did our report, did our stagings, went to senior people and told them what was going on, showed proof, evidence, you name it, read between the lines. And they swept it under a rug. That's why me hate them.
All right.
That's why me hate them. Because if that individual, I'm a grand spend, we hold him to grand spend, so who want believe, who no want believe for them business. I don't fucking care.
Yes. You attack, you just talk in a business, can you do your work?
If that individual was able to hide or get away with those bullets, it would cause chaos on the street.
Many lives could have been lost because I don't.
Many
One
lives
pain
could have-
permanent. One pain
Many
permanent.
lives.
Eh?
Many lives. Many lives. So I'm gonna tell you again. I think one of the worst, one off, because there are many of them. One of the worst crablows ever in Jamaican society was Dudley Thompson, our Minister of National Security. And I'm telling you something, between Horace Chang and Dudley Thompson, I don't know which which one of them better, and they're both from opposing parties. That's why I say to you, Wayne.
Yes.
I feel bad. I feel bad for the serving members. I feel bad for the serving members who have to be going around feeling that they're doing the job, knowing they want to do the job, and to be going through what they're going through right now. We have a system, Wayne, that is broken. And I beg the people to remember that in a chat room group now me are talking on.
Yes.
There were those of us who were doing good job, were working for the Jamaican public, and they kick us out. When I say kick us out, it caused many of us to leave because we wish well, we did well, and we wanted well, and we wanted good. And even when they give the little short biography of the constable that in St. Thomas, same bad boy turned police, I have a big problem with that.
Of course, I must.
Listen to me, and I'll tell you why. Why. We understand that you have rehabilitation. Am I right? Because anybody can put an input in the chat group, and anything you say, and even when talking to you, you can tell me some of the response from the chat group.
Of course.
Reply to some of them.
Yes, man.
But listen to this.
Yes,
listen to this.
Yes, man.
In North America, for you to be a member of the police service, depending on where you are, they do a lot of background check on you. I don't know what kind of process them use now. I am 100% sure. A lot was done when it comes to me. I don't know about another person. Wait, I am 100% sure that my interview, I sat before 3 senior officers. I don't know about another person. You can talk to men if them still at the force in them early 60s, late 50s, when they did the interview at Duke Street, how many senior men interviewed them? You understand? Wait, to be a police officer, to do policing, it is very important. It is very important, even in Jamaica or anywhere else. You try your best to have a clean record.
Yes.
To work in a service that the public need trust.
Yes, sir.
No one is infallible. People make mistake.
Yes.
People make mistake. You understand? But when you're telling me that the JCF cannot take somebody within the police service that a bad man or a criminal affiliation or a criminal background, I have a problem with that.
Yes, yes. I too. Me too.
I don't want anybody to tell me about rehabilitation because I'll tell you what. Listen to this. Listen to this, and I'll break it down to your friends, the people in the chat group again.
Yes.
If you like to break into buildings and you have a special technique when you break buildings and you're accosted, you're charged, you're sentenced, and say you're given 10 years in prison. And the police noticed that those type of break-ins stopped. If you are released from prison before your tenure after 10 years, and the same crime start repeating itself, the first person they'll go towards is you.
Because you're on the top of the list. Yes.
And although you have what is called copycat criminals.
Yes.
Jamaica have a lot of copycat police officers, unfortunately. And this is one of the main reasons why I left and many left. Because there are men wearing the uniform of the JCF that do not mean the JCF well. They are not crime fighters. They are criminals in uniform. Just like Humpty Dumpty was.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, I do not like that man. When I talk to you a couple of times and talk about Adams, people think I'm hating on Adams. What I said to you in the comment is people must be very careful of who they want to bring into the police force to claim that they can fix things. And I used the words and I said, it is alleged that Humpty Dumpty was involved in the killing of people, and it was also alleged that Adams was involved in the killing of people. If you notice my style with you, even if I know some of these things are factual, I am not gonna come on your program and say things about ex-members or serving members, so as not to make it seem like I'm here bombarding or painting them with one brush.
Yes.
But we
Facts
know
are facts. Yes. I use the man we talk straight. We don't yes.
Well, let me tell you this. My work was very, very deep, both in Jamaica and North America. Very deep. And whether people want to believe it or not, we again know the behavior, we know the criminality, we know the things that all these so-called top men, these so-called bad policemen did. We know all of it. And I'm warning again, and I'm saying this, I would rather a lot of them stay in Jamaica and do not travel to North America, because people have complained, people have sent videos to us, a lot of things that show policemen, even in conversations, trying to extort things from people. And I'm telling some of these constables that work at these police stations that have fight to get radar to go out for it, accost people, do speeding and stuff like that. Be very careful, guys. Be very careful, because some of the things that you're doing are being recorded and you don't know. You don't know. You have to be very careful, because when I say again, when you can get the stuff that you get, I want the police officers to think about it. If you, Wayne, can get them, then what do they think we have?
All right.
Think about it.
All right.
You can get it. What do they think we have? It all comes down in a way to trust.
Simple.
And there are people Wayne, who have access to information, but there is nobody
to trust.
Nobody to trust. That's right.
Yes.
That's right. You understand? You know, it is so bad. It is so bad that people think I come campaigning for Mr. Daly. I am not campaigning for Mr. Daly, but I respect his stance. I respect his persona. And if them have bad file for Mr. Daly, let them send it to you, then I make them show the word it. Because I am telling you that I know, and I'll say it, I'd rather lose that from Mr. Daly than have anything to do with the present commissioner. Because you know what? I am sure we. And if I'm wrong, I apologize. But if Mr. Daly was in the commissioner's position and see the stuff that you post on your program, I am sure, even me, I was the commissioner. There's no way, whether I'm a senior assistant commissioner, whether I'm a sergeant or corporal, whether I'm a district constable, it doesn't matter. There would surely be some demotions and people that will come in and we have an interview with them. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm upset. I have never been so shamed. I've never been so shamed. I'm not taking it back. I'm afraid to tell the people in the chat groups. And me embarrassed. The man is basically, the man we have in business basically, I say, in afraid to the police them our killing.
I'm going to say them place. Somebody asked about that man. He said, brother, I'm going to tell you this. That man, I came back. Yeah? Mr. Williams, he have gas station, him one gas station and thing in the state.
He was a businessman.
And then his daughter, Joan, because she depended on one of the team, them said I can for one daughter, one child, him to get one. And 16-year-old and bright child. And she Joan, you know, and it mash him up. So him just, you know, so I bet him just sell out and just go to Jamaica. They must sell back the things they might want to leave again. It's bad. You see me, I say it's bad.
You know, let me tell you something.
Yeah, man.
You know, I find it so funny, you know what I'm saying? Even when you talk to some ex-cons,
yes,
in a way, sometimes they're upset. You're cool, you know.
Yeah, of course, you can't talk, man.
Sometimes I say, why, you know, my thing and thing, why we couldn't all hold on past some of them and
yes.
I don't know some of them that real thing, you know. So
yes.
we find it like a slippery slope type thing.
It's slippery. All right, I'm going to tell you something now about that. You know, I love how you bring up this. Talk, I'm going to tell you something. Yes.
Yeah, we fight crime.
Yes.
I was a part of a team where when we go gung-ho. Because we, I tell you honestly,
Yes.
the only person me fear of God, the man of me afraid of no barnet. And
yes.
it was the JCF way that molded me.
Yes.
Molded me. The JCF taught me to be brave. The JCF taught me to be strong. The JCF taught me to be smart. And the corporate era me come from, you know.
Yes.
The JCF teach me from me 18. The smarts of the streets and teach me how to be bold and strong. And there were some senior men. Let me tell you something. He can tell you about one senior man. Mr. Edward Harrison, senior man. I don't know if he's alive or dead. He's one of the most beautiful human beings ever walked the face of the earth. Used to have a lady at training school where officers in your group might know her to Miss Fraser. Miss Fraser used to call her Mama Fraser. She did at Twickenham Park. Beautiful, nice, sweet lady. So I'm saying this to say, enough policemen in your chat group must know Miss Fraser. If anybody know Miss Fraser in your group right now, give a thumbs up to Miss Fraser. Miss Fraser was awesome. Not to talk about other people. So me I say, wait, when me hear you talk to someone, you know, even the man that we did bad man, you know, he kind of used to feel jealous. Come, I said, well, I would have loved to come across them when they work during operation.
What a piece of thing. Yes, man.
But wait, you know me really like that.
Yeah, man. Me know, of course, better. Cooler, better, man.
Because
I'm like,
yes. The crime fighter, I'm here on a different level, you know.
Yes, man. Me know that, you know, your family, yeah, man. Your family, yeah, man.
So I'm saying this to say that when we out there, we are working. Me remember me lose a couple of friends, and like 80s, me, you know, me have some friends with died during and thing. But let me tell you something, Wayne. When me see we are going now, me are big. Mr. Daly then, me I reach out to Mr. Daly. Mr. Daly start a different screening process for the people when we are coming at the JCF. They have to do something about it, Wayne. They have to have a different screening process we are talking about. Not because the force might need people, but you have to screen the people differently.
Yes. I believe in that too, you know. 100 video. You're right.
But wait, I wonder who interviewed some of these people. Who interviewed them? You understand?
Who check out them background? Can me notice police used to come and check your background, check the whole of your avenue. The one side of you, the other one, your family member, I saw them used to check it. That done.
Well, listen,
yes.
You are the reason. You are the reason right now, because this was bothering me from what day. Every time I talk to you, I forgot to say it to you. I want to give me 5 minutes. Don't interrupt me. Just listen to this.
Yes, man.
I want the people in my chat group to just relax and make me a reason with you and me a reason with them.
Yes, man.
The other day, a member of the UIC came on here and he had a problem. He was on Unstoppable program and he had a problem with the way he was treated at Harford police station. And he called some officers' name that were very disrespectful to him. You understand? The only problem I had with his concern and the way he felt, he said he was talking as if you don't have CXC or 10 O levels or 7 or 8 O levels. You shouldn't be a police officer. Well, you don't have to have a bachelor in criminology or whatever it is to be a police officer. You understand? And even when Lindsay, the female lady there, I'm no fan of hers still, but I'm not saying they lower the standard, you know. But I myself personally been campaigning a lot, and I said, listen, everybody cannot be lawyers, doctors, Indians, and chiefs. And because you get a 4 in a say biology and a 4 in a chemistry and a 3 in a maths, it doesn't mean that you're not smart. Because everybody have your own skills. Right. You understand? Right. And this is the thing that is very disturbing, is that it when the public think that there's some loggerhead going on policing, then that is where you have the problems. Because I am sure that a lot of people can't walk in my shoe when it comes to criminology. They know in this upper section and subsections that relates to criminology in North America. They don't know courses that I've done. You understand? They don't know the things that I know when it comes to criminality overall. But I am not a lawyer. And I see a police officer, ex-police officer, who is now a practicing attorney that come on your program. So there's always avenues of improvement. You understand?
Yes.
So when the UIC member talk about his experience, I look at it and I said, all these things should not be happening, because if the officer's working at half a tree, just give the man a little bit of dignity. You understand? If him hold up a sign and complain against the ruling government, leave him alone. Because what you must remember, and I say again, emotions and feelings will take over. And we're not telling you this. If police officers or even soldiers are in a firefight, if you're not a coward, sometimes adrenaline pushes to a very, very high level. And if you're in close situations where people are firing at you and you're firing at them, your adrenaline level rises to a very, very high point, wherein you either advance to the criminal elements, cause them to be either eliminated or them have to run, but somebody will end up being braver than somebody at the end. You understand? So when a person goes to a station and the officers are doing their job, they must not let their emotions take control of their personal likes or dislikes, because crime is not against you. And that is the problem in Jamaica. The senior men at the station are not training the constables. Them are giving them the proper instruction with. It all comes down to those who are in authority with. Who runs the station? Because I hear the man that you talk to make some comments that him say, even a judge say to him. But I at one point we start out myself, because a judge not supposed to even be having a conversation like that with a member of the public.
No.
I don't understand that, and I started to have doubts. And if the people in the chat group, mad with me, they understand. But not supposed to happen. Not in the judiciary system. Not in the judiciary system. It's not supposed to happen.
No.
And now here we have a returning resident, an American citizen, and the man is basically saying the police of Jamaica want to get rid of him. When these are serious allegations.
Yeah, very, very, very. America take note, brother. America take note.
Yes. I wouldn't call you to talk to you if I wasn't concerned.
True, yes, man.
These are serious allegations.
Yes.
I mean, like, seriously, people have to double check. Because the man called them name.
Yes, man.
The man called them where the property is. You understand? And even I looked at a comment, somebody within your chat group, when he was saying he would sell the place, made a cynical comment and put LOL, laugh out loud. And I think that was very disrespectful. Because a lot of people in your chat group might have, and I could say possibly most of them have members who are ex-policemen or serving police men and women. You understand?
Yes.
And when you have people that are tarnishing the JCF, it look bad. Because let me tell you something. You often see on your program, once a police, twice a civilian. Twice a civilian.
Of course.
And let me tell you something. I will stand. I mean, you talk about this all the time.
Yes.
I will stand in defense of the JCF until the day I die. But I want the members to do good.
No. Just clarify that for me, because when them hear that, they might think say, you're one of them when them do corruptedness, you can stand with it. You not stand with that defense that till him die.
No.
You might talk about the organization we wanted to clean up. Maybe just telling us straight.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
because no corruption on here. Right? Yes, man. Yes.
We talk about.
Yeah, man.
We talk about those that are creating chaos within the JCF.
Yes.
We, me tell you, me take machine. Me all right. Because me tell you, say me all bad politician. So you know bad because I'm a rebel. What I say is this.
Yes.
What I say is this. You see good policing. You see good policing. And police officers who mean well, we stand for them.
They are right. So we could just clear it again. Because we have enough good, we have the eye them, you know, we have enough good police around me, you know. But yeah, the bad one, them who are criminal, me, I can't be friend, you know. Straight.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah, man.
Let me tell you something. I don't believe in dance.
And you're a leader too, Papa. You're a leader too. You're a leader. Okay, because I don't believe in that. Yes.
I don't believe in dance. I don't believe in area leaders. You understand? And I don't believe in politicians who affiliate themselves with these people. You understand? Because let me tell you something. You cannot have a service that is out there to serve and protect the public. And at the same time, there are those who can put a band-aid or a tape, a cellophane tape around you and tell you to do your job with your hands tied. People need to understand the country cannot run without police officers. A lot of these police officers, even if they have ulterior motives, it is not hard for the force to get rid of them, demote them and get rid of them. A lot of police officers were fired in my time. A lot of officers were fired when so no wrong for them get rid of them now. All right. They have to do it.
I want to let
if they even have to call them in a private meeting, tell them to leave privately then. Because let me tell you something, people don't understand how the force work in a way. You see, if you one of the people in the chat room to think about this. If you have your family, which includes the wife, the husband, and children. If you're at home and you're trying to create discipline in your home, you now go to the Gleaner, you now go to the Observer, and go to the Star, and tell them that you're disciplining your home. So the JCF, if the JCF, and I'll stand corrected with this, the JCF has disciplined lots of members, lots. They resign, and they move on, but the public don't know. The public don't know about it because they don't. When do they gazette them then? Here in North America, here you have sources where you can go to see who resign and who whatever for certain things. So the police service been doing this, but I think up now it has gone to the point where the people are looking the other way that are in higher authority, either through you're getting paid off. They know that corruption is rampant and them don't want to do anything about it, and favoritism. I'm telling you, I have a friend right now who work at a particular station, and he's a corporal.
All right. 28
years and he's a corporal.
All right.
This gentleman is a very, very
good gentleman. All right.
Yes, very good officer, and there are many more out there. You understand? So I'm not here saying me I defend bad police. If we did defend bad policemen, we wouldn't talk about Humpty Dumpty Adams and many more like him. We wouldn't talk about Tony Ewing. Let me tell you something. I was approached to work with Tony Ewing, and I told them no. I would never walk down the street with Tony Ewing. Another thing I want to correct the people of Jamaica with. I hear what people are using this narrative about there was an eradication squad. There was never ever such thing as eradication squad. It was called Operation Base, and they were stationed at Seaview.
Yeah, and them did I call it sir, no, but it uncertain name. It never named so. Man, them out of my place called yes, but man over out the eradication squad, cause them say them come for eradicate, but Operation Base are the original names. So that's the original name. The street name with them give brother. Eradication squad. The people them. Yes. So you give me the right name. Yes.
I know a lot of the guys.
Yes.
See, when people must understand, people must understand. And I said this to you before.
Yes.
Jamaica, no country cannot run without an intelligence service.
Yes.
Whether it's CID, whether it's MOCA, Indicom, you name it, whatever. The problem is who can we trust?
Yeah.
There are men there I'm telling you this, and if the people in the chat group don't believe me, they're free to feel this way. I said there are police officers in Jamaica who they can trust. It's not what they think. There are police officers within the JCF that they can trust. I want to assure them that there are officers that they can trust, and you know this though.
Of
But
course.
it's because of the stigma that is associated with the force right now. Why you see things are happening the way it's happening.
No, but you don't say something.
That's why I said, Mr. Daly need to step up.
Yeah, but
Mr. Daly need to step up and do something now.
Yeah, but you don't say something, brother. You say who can they trust? Remember, if alright, so me come from up in a Marant Bay, I know say the police am go on, but I know the ACP say I'm at the Dan St. Thomas. Me know that, sir. Me know so that to say. You understand me? I tell you, me know what you say and what you do. So me tell you say we have 5 points. Now watch your thing there, cause we not look pan badge and stripe and we not see that. We say if we not mash up the force, we're holding accountable. You understand?
Right.
Because you're supposed to serve and protect and reassure. So we there for expose and everything, and we expose it worldwide. That means when them come grab on pound, them a grab on pound to stop it. Okay? But they make the real police, them every year over 500 police leave the force. And most of them police have some real. Come here, my brethren will do 28 years. He never had them mix up nothing at all and him leave. He live in the state now. He have to leave because him tell me can't take this no more. This stuff, it don't make no sense. So me know good police will leave and then when they keep the bad man, them when they stop the foolishness. Yes.
You say if a man ever can come to the only thing me do in a way.
Yes.
When me get money, when me do my work, not the corporate era.
Yes.
And me get my money for spend. And me their own home for their own for do work that is related to matters of national security. I buy my weed, I smoke my spliff, I sit on a coronation market, I sit down in an arcade, I do whatever I do. All war theater, I sit down with folk to do what I have to do.
Yes. Can you do deep undercover work? So you see, these are the you remember Intel you get man.
Let me tell you something. I want the people of Jamaica to understand something. And until the day I die, I was proud of what I did. I have had over 275 convictions, and none were falsified.
You hear that? You have some police. You have some police. Sorry, sorry, brother. You have some police right now. With them call a crime fighter. Them have one bag of conviction, and me tell the 3/4 no right. Yeah, the man said none of them. Because I talk to man and you just call a name to me. Even a past commissioner. A brethren talk to me and say, he mean a jail, them lock him up, and 2 man get murdered and the man come to him and say, we none of you did this guy there. So, but you have now. I put them up on your still, And I say, what? Yeah, I'm telling commissioner. You know which commissioner, man? The old man, we walk with the schoolboy, man. He say, I put it on him. Him tell him, I'm put it on him. So if I beat these things, how that, we not understand these things.
We follow schoolboy for 1 week.
Yes.
Schoolboy going to a place and kill 2 youth. And senior people say, listen, we want to tap on this man. And I'll reduce road him their own certain clown. I will follow him and know his movements and everything. And the first thing I said to a senior individual is, excuse me French for the people in my chat room. Said this fucker got in a prison in North America. And lo and behold, see him get time.
Yeah.
And you see one recent one where them call, where so they're Constant Spring, where them call him Tech 9 or whatever they call him.
Yes.
Miller 9,
yes.
Miller 9. Him so close. Because we need to understand California carry the death penalty. I don't know if they still do. They have the death penalty.
Yeah, them have it,
so
yes.
The situation where me not sticky. You understand? So me I said this to say that in a way. I said this to say that. Me call because me upset over everything that is going on. Me upset over the whole situation when me see with this gentleman. Because you know what? Me jaw drop when me see pictures with the man send of individuals who do the thing with them doing the things with them I say. Where this thing cannot be right. This thing is so wrong. This thing is all so wrong. You understand? How these people sleep at them bed at night and how this guy get detective. I'm not saying him done, you know, wait.
Yes.
I'm not saying can't get detective, you know.
Yes.
You know the process. Wait. Do you know the process even in my time to be a detective?
Can you give, just give them some for me now? Just put it down for me. Just put down the that process for me. With the people
You have to know the in and outs. Wait, you have to know the in and outs of criminology.
Yes.
You have to know about detailing. You have to know various sections and subsections of the police service act. You understand? You have to know detailing. You have to know means and ways of interrogation. Interrogation is very, very important when it comes to even certain aspects of policing. You understand? And also, a lot of times when you're using psychology, you work as a tag team. You understand? When you're doing certain things, you have to know about ballistics, you have to know forensics in a lot of areas. You understand? So I am not saying this man is a dummy, but he must have had a very good coach, because being a detective not come overnight. And the way you mean see the situation is like them just take him and say, "You're a detective."
Yeah, and that's what I know. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Wait. Being a detective, you know, you're what you call a special breed, you know.
Yes, man. Yes, man.
To be a detective in police, and you're a special breed, you know. You understand? So me not understand. Look now, you think say you could have used a man like Humpty Dumpty and certain other little man to go investigate a case. Are you serious, man? You carry them man, they go up on a case, and when them even go in an area to go talk to people,
you can't. Them
are going to see the next day.
Yeah, that don't make no sense.
Eh?
You
that don't make no sense.
Yeah,
that don't make no sense. And I repeat myself, because let me tell you something weird. I cannot expect everybody within your chat room to agree with me or agree with you.
Yes.
And that is okay. If people cause police, that is fine, Wayne. But what I'm saying is, a lot of people in Jamaica do not have solid information about many aspects of policing, and this is why they run with the narrative that this happened that way there, and I saw the post run, and I saw the post run, and oftentimes it is not like that. You understand?
But what happened now? What happened now? Brother.
You have those who go into the force, who join the police force, who have them feelings and them ill feelings.
Yes.
So these feelings and ill feelings are taken out to the public.
Yes. So brother. Back in the days, I'm my old man. Back in the days, Ione Ramsey coming up to you, coming up back even in the 80s. I know some police that get out of hand like Morant and Dixon, schoolboy, and all of them. Them that get out of hand. Here is them. The one of them that get out of hand too, you know. So them start get out of hand in the 80s. But you have some good police where they may overlook certain things and things. Trinity them get out of hand to me, not lie, you know. So me just start the truth. See? So enough of them man that get out of hand, but still you'd have some good senior man them with a control thing. You see, from Tony Youth rise, him rise up a bagger. Me don't know it's a criminal element him rise up with him. You understand? A bagger them. And a joke. We not take a put a man.
I tell you this,
man.
Somebody who work under due diligence.
Yes.
One of the most dangerous police officers that walked Jamaica was Tony Hewitt.
Of course, we know that, man.
And
him bring the one of them. Him bring them. Enough of them ever drop the one of them in there, so him do it. Allow me to tell you for them, sir. No.
And you know what?
Dumpty and one of them him bring.
Sad to say.
Yeah, man.
I was sitting in a meeting one time, and a senior gentleman there, a senior officer, prophesied that Tony Hewitt gonna die like a vagrant. He didn't die like a vagrant, but he died in such a way that was embarrassing, and it's still a talk amongst our police chat room.
Yeah.
That's how bad it is. Because he died in a disgusting way. Because the boy would even shoot him, the boy would name Bat. Me know that boy. The boy will shoot him. And all of our Redlands Road, they close behind St. Richard's there, so up in a Blackhearts Lane and Blackwood Terrace, a whole heap of dangerous boy used to open at them place there. And say Tony would get complacent. That's why I say the way. That's why I say.
What me tell you, say, once a while, what me tell you, say, Once a police, twice a civilian. Because him start going church and everything. So him just complacent and think, say, all right, and put on a nice smile now. But you have some people remember what go on. You understand? Me say them to live good, brother. You just at the glass house too, you know. You live in a glass house, not do what? Not through a stone. Thank you. All right.
Through a stone. Let me tell you something, Wayne.
Yes.
Let me tell you something. And I'm proud to say this. I like what I did and how I did my thing. I know why I like it.
Yes.
A lot of people didn't know me. Apart from you who know me,
yes,
a lot of people didn't know me. And I like it that way. You know why? There were a lot of people I did not trust.
Yes.
As I said, I reported to senior people, which until this day, I am bonded by that official secrets act that I signed, that document that I signed off on. And I want to tell you this, I respect that document and I still have it in my position. You understand? I respect that document and I will stay bonded by it because I will not ever disclose certain things about the people that I was affiliated with when it comes to protecting the Jamaican public. You understand? One time I have been upset a few times in a way. But one of the worst person in Jamaica right now, when me despise and me hate, yes, I may say it, is Chang. I don't like that man because that man is one of the main reasons why you see the police services the way it is right now. I keep saying service because I still have to respect it. You understand?
Yes,
and people might think we hate Gugu Gaga. Nobody not hate Gugu Gaga. I just don't like his policy and the way he does stuff.
I need to step aside. I need to step aside. Yes. I
don't like when he have a briefing. When he has a briefing, the man can't declare himself. So I'm not here campaigning for Mr. Daly. But what I'm saying is experience counts. Experience counts. When me come to Jamaica, I'm there Jamaica, and even some of my old skills when we used to use, I applied those same skills. I'm surprised to see how backward some people are.
All right.
When I get people to divulge information to me, you know what somebody said to me one time? Oh, you can get people to tell you so much things because me I prove a point. I was out there and a serving constable carrying for somewhere with me. I'm saying, I'll show you how smart you can be. And when the man hears some people talk to me, the man said to me, why I never see this before? You understand? I said to you in deceit and deception.
Yes.
Deceit and deception. You can get people to talk to you in.
Of course.
Listen to me. Listen to me. I tell you, there are skills that you can apply. There are skills that you can apply that the public would not be happy about. But let me tell you something, Wayne, and think about this. Do you think if you know say a man chop off a man head and you have conclusive evidence and you know him is a part of 3 men, where you carry him go sit down before you and give him a cup of coffee or give him a sandwich and say, my dear sir, I know you're a decent man and I love you and you sweet him up like it. No, not in all cases. You approach, I'm not telling you say you have a broke and I'm broke foot, you know.
Yes.
But you use it, let me tell you, me tell you on your program, I'm not joking.
Yes.
Say if me sit down with Zeke, if me sit with Zeke for half hour, everybody who him and him cronies them kill, you get that information all time. Because if you notice Zeke, he's very weak for a man. He's a little pussy. And he loves to cry. He loves to cry. He's a pussy. You only tell people for the things, but he's a pussy.
Yeah, man.
Criminal in a way.
Yeah, man. Yes, yes, sir.
I hate criminal in a way. I like people who go, listen, Mr. Wallace said, as I said, Mr. because I'm respectful.
Yes.
Mr. Wallace said people must sleep with them winter. We know that couldn't happen. But I do not like to know that criminal control the street and control places where people can't afford to live their life.
All right. So hear this now. Hear this, brother. So I'll give you a little run up on this now. So you see that would always continue because you have a lot of infiltration in the JCF where them man are no real man and them are criminal. So them have them criminal them in a criminal affiliation. So if you like me come now and go over the state and go call my name, put my name in a book address. Man, you come kill me a little later. You look on the police woman where she have 55 years old. Soon leave the force, soon retire. She no business about nothing. She a couple, I think. At the time when she dead. It's a police thief for a car. Him getting in trouble. Film woman work at the commissioner office. Film woman call woman and ask her what she said, me soon come. Me there at the bus stop. Man ride up on her and get around 6 shot, kill her. When them investigate who are the policeman, you notice when you hear nothing about the case? Yeah. These are the evilness. So if the police them they go with ignorance and kill them youth up on the bike, him get a free, you know. That's why I not believe in you just go with this heavy and the tactical, you just kill some youth because you're not gonna know nothing. If you see a man with a gun, a little youth, him not have no slipper, a slippers him wear a barefoot, and him have a AK, him hungry, favor a major dog. Where you gonna kill him for? Where you gonna get? Unless you're part of the gang and you don't want him talk and chew your friend them buck him and say, never go shut him up because me have a prison too. So you cut him down. But me no cut him down. For me look upon him, me know you cannot afford this or something. Who my work for me want to know this. Even me I protect him for take down the whole gang. You understand what I say, Pop? But no, them not see it away because most of the time the police and soldiers, enough soldiers involved too, you know. Because enough crime, enough what me know what go on in the carpet here and them place say, me. No, say police involved and soldier. Is it? Say it all good. Yes, man.
I was gonna say that to you too.
Okay, yeah, man.
I was gonna say that there are a lot of members in the JDF. I don't have a jail camp. Used to go back campus in jail every day.
Okay.
Soldiers lock up in the jail over camp. Soldier, if them are listening, soldier know what we are talking about. You understand? Yeah. Soldiers know that.
Yeah.
You see, I have to go back again to Tony Hewitt. I just can't. That's how I say people we trust me.
Yes.
I feel bad sometimes for the civilian, the citizens of Jamaica. Listen to this. I was at a location one time, and I was talking to some men, and Tony Hewitt drove up with them cronies. You see, to the people in my chat room, I understand. They say I call them cronies. Them are policemen. They say them are cronies.
Yes.
Them.
Yes.
And Tony Hewitt said out of his mouth that nobody can dethrone him and betray him because he will get rid of police too. Tony Hewitt said that out of his mouth. Tony Hewitt said that out of his mouth. And there were others like him who I would not put that behind them because I was jeopardized. I was almost placed in a situation where not once, not twice, not thrice, not quadruple times, more than that. I've been in situations that were sticky, and I know it came from sources. I will use the word sources because I'm very respectful like that. I use sources.
So them try to set you up. Them try to set you up more than one time. More than
not once,
not twice, not
twice, not thrice, not quadruple times. And this is why I say is that if I had the power and had the resources and I was in Jamaica, trust me, I'm not saying it wouldn't be like the NKVD. I'm not saying it wouldn't be like the CIA, but trust me, we would have tight grips. Every police officer, whether senior or junior, that have certain amount of assets would have to declare it.
Yes.
You have to state the way he received it. He has to show proof of where he get it from. And if you can't show proof, you are demoted, you're placed, you're given desk duty. And if you're found to be in cohesion with criminal elements and performing criminal activities, you have the option of leaving or go to prison.
You have to go both, you know. May I give them both? May I judge 100 years, you know, I want to put them. You know why, brother? Because you have to say that, like, hold on. You see, like, come and play the video again, and I play it. Every time I play it with Singapore, them say you start from the top. So you see, when you let go some of them just you say, okay, my man, I feel them just is a tap on the shoulder. It's when you start send some of them down there in a short pants, them start think again, so you know, it gets serious, pan we, you know. We need to let go this, nobody don't know, and we clean up. Because when you don't do nothing over the decades, them not do nothing, you know, brother. Them not go do nothing. Them know say, oh, me, I get let go. And we can't go foreign or something because me just resign. Nothing now come out of it. So them can work havoc, they make havoc against all a whole community. And then when them don't know, through you find out them criminality, them just get let go resign and nothing no come out of it. No man, we find a guilty and a crime and them thing for prison, brother.
And
Yes.
You made a valid point, but
yes, brother.
As I said, you made a valid point, and I say you and I agree and disagree on a lot of topics. But I'll show you some of the reasons. I'll show you some of the reasons why.
Yeah, man.
In life in general, being a police officer, that you build a trust within the community. But at the same time, too, you have to remember that the police association should have a union that represents its members. You have someone senior that sits on the various boards and members that are involved in meetings as it relates to officers that are involved or indulging in unscrupulous, I should say, behaviors. Now, if you know that these individuals are involved in, say, suspicious, unscrupulous behaviors, let's put it that term, you cannot, if you don't have concrete evidence. So when I say concrete, you can have evidence, but it's not concrete. People need to understand this. You can have evidence, but it's not that concrete. You understand? And a lot of times when cases go before the courts, people will get away because of bad paperwork. Officer alleged, the officer says somebody said this and somebody said that, and him hear this and him hear that. And this is why individuals are in a prison right now. Some of these things are falling through the cracks because people say them did hear this and them did hear that. No. There are policemen out there who have an ego where they have personal beefs against individuals, and they will do anything to make a case. They'll do anything to get a conviction. They'll do anything possible within their realm to make sure so where them feel, how them feel as well go, and the way they go. You understand? So I'm not saying police officers cannot go to prison, but the disciplinary part of it really is that it is best to make some of these individuals that are troublemakers leave. If you want to take with them pension, if you want to do whatever, than them to stay there and create chaos. Because I want to tell the people in your chat group this. A lot of senior men that leave the force, they were told to leave.
Yeah.
They're told to leave. They're told to leave. You had a gentleman on your program one time who was talking about the one from Upper Time on Patients, where they were involved with the gang, them a Spanish Town and all these things.
Yes.
And I think he might be playing something there. He was under the radar all along. People, when we see him, the man that talk to you and me, we just laugh because that guy was always under the radar. But the thing about it comes right back again, I tell you, with politicization and favoritism within the JCF.
That one cut out, brother. That for cut out. That's what I believe of a vote for, make the people them vote for a commissioner now. Cause too much politics. Tell them better.
I brought that forward to your program. Forward to your program. Let me tell you something. The JCF has 11,000 members.
Yes.
11,000 members. If Mr. Wholeness, and let's be frank.
Yes.
Even the lawyer, the ex-cop, the lawyer said this to you. Listen to me, and I tell the people in your chat group, and serving members know what I talk about. You cannot have a man who knows how to uphold agriculture to be a Minister of National Security. You cannot have a man who know about electrical and whatever, and give him Ministry of Health. You understand? Policing is in a different class to itself when it comes to Jamaica society overall. And yes, we know we have alter egos, but we may say this to you. I said this to you, I said this to the people in the chat group. This JCF is not all that bad. The JCF is not all that bad, but it's the ones that create the problems and the things that you yourself will post on your social media that get people upset. Me can't mad with you because you are my friend. Me talk to you.
But hear this now.
When a person,
hear this better.
Like sometimes when
you talk, but hear this now. Hear this now.
Me have to listen. Me have to protect with you. You know why? Me have to protect
with you. Of course. I like it, I love it. But hear this now. Hear this now. Hear this now. No, hear this now. But me I tell you this. Well, I'm better. Let me tell you this now. All right. So Jamaica, the JCF supposed to have body cameras. The car them supposed to have cameras. Okay?
Agreed.
So if them they do that, we don't see more of these things. That's why we tell people say when you start video them. I better you video them more than you try to come machete and gun and everything. Make us see where I want. Send it to me.
Yes,
You understand?
Yeah,
so only way you can clean it up because them remember you say you remember you just talk to me the while. Yeah, where you just say the while. You have concrete evidence. Where you think you have concrete evidence, the same video them when me I play. So the man the driver lick off the man off and bike. He never have no paper. That is concrete evidence. So when me play my thing, me I show them concrete evidence better. Because why them not get arrested? We never have no concrete evidence. So to them say that no. Me show about surely I show the concrete evidence. So when them used to say I lie this and I lie that, is a video like how the police go draw the woman back for you. If that video never come out, them got a lie. Because this is what them do. And even the judge believe the police over the citizen. No, it depends on who you know, because you can't go uptown. You act as police when you're uptown. But when you come to what people them don't hate somebody you serve, you feel so we can angle them like subhuman. So all them need to do is video you. Can you imagine a car up on the right and the left hand and just turn over and just running a bike? Eh? And then say, oh, they never have no papers, and they want to tell like, but can they never know say them on camera? The place look raggedy, you know. So you know, I think so a camera pick me up. Hold on. The people them start putting camera for two like alone. Some say, these are concrete evidence. Like the police. Or them say up a papi. He never there papi. Look how far him there. Never to St. Catherine. So these are concrete evidence. So when me put up, these should just show you. All right. So we don't even need to even go there, you know. We just need to say, hey, we for just hold them accountable, brother. Because this for a long time, you know. Yeah, man.
You remember my opening statement?
Yes.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah, man. Yes, sir.
Never, apart from Mr. Watson.
Yes.
Apart from Mr. Watson. When I'm beat up Mr. Watson,
yeah, man.
When he used to have him, Mr. Watson used to have him talk show.
Yes.
Yeah, morning time. What the police used to call it. 90% I would call them police officers. But when I say to you, you know what I like about you?
Yeah, man.
You will lick out and talk your thing, but you talk your thing in an expressive way wherein you show the reality. That's what you're talking about. You're expressing yourself in such a manner that even if you and I differ on a point, if you and I differ, like when I say I don't think all police officers should be placed in jail, there are those that you should give them the opportunity to leave.
Yes.
Because even though you have evidence, it is not concrete. Because I break it down how I mean. Okay. Suppose you know, say, Dodos are done. And you see a police officer talk to Dodos. The narrative that people go and run with is that Dodos must have him in a pocket or Dodos, whatever. We just use, we not pick on Dodos. No,
you just use a Dan. You just say it's a Dan. We just use a Dan. We don't call nobody name. But suppose me now, hold on, before you do, me just say something and you finish it. So suppose me now see, when him go there, the man them give me a rifle, I'm going to hold up a building and hold up some man and rob them. But that was more talk me have, you know. I have to know what me I say, you know. Yes. Because them now go take that more talk. So that's why more people video the thing them because that's going to be concrete. Although we know it will be a concrete evidence because them also well and more talk. Although them use it and they get to youth. Because remember, you know, and people just come with a more talk and hear say and them will get to youth them with it and it stand. You understand?
Wait.
Yes.
Wait, I want people know how smart you are. I want people know how smart you are. Listen. Your dad was a police officer.
Yeah, man.
All right.
I never too. I never know humpy group in a papa. I never know humpy group in a brother.
Wait.
Yeah, man.
This is why I say wait.
Yes.
And I want the people in the chat group to know the difference between evidence and concrete or conclusive evidence.
Yes.
Because we again, I say we used to follow a lot of police officers, a lot of constables that we were suspicious were involved and senior men too in activities that were not appropriate as per the Police Service Act. And even though we had evidence of things that we're doing, the evidence, even though it was evidence, it was not conclusive, it was not concrete. So what we did was we approached individuals and we did not falsify. We did not falsify anything. We told them what we had and what we were suspicious of. And they left. They left. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I'm saying that Jamaica don't have dummy police officers, but you have police officers that have egos, alter egos.
Yes.
That they have personal things. And then again, they're not being paid enough when you should not have a constable who is a police officer, a regular constable in Jamaica right now should not be taking home less than $200,000 a month.
True. You know, my work taught me, so we have some people all over the world panting and them use US. So regular constable get $500 for the month. Without anything I'd call like 74,000, a little bit less than 5. We just want to have a $500. Before anything, around 78,000, you know, so $500 for the month. So if you brought down that $125 per week, I do them kind of work, you see? That bad. And they, I don't know why you have 4 deputy and how much assistant deputy and then commission. I don't know the whole of them I do up there, so like some boys in a khaki clothes I do. I don't know what them, but so much of them up there, so I do. You understand? But them I get for them monthly pay like the commissioner, 1.8 million per month that cover a constable pay for the whole year and leave money bad. Yeah, man.
Wait, so when I finish my course in criminology here.
Yes.
When I finish my criminology course, the job, I won't state. Only me and you talk about this.
Yes, man.
My starting salary was $42 an hour.
You hear that?
My starting salary.
1 hour. So when you work, brother, so when you work 2 hours, when you work 2 hours, that 2 hours, you know, that are $126, right? That are just $1 over 1 week. 2 hours, 3 hours. 3 hours, 40. 3 hours that are over 1 week. And when we just broke up, 125, that'll be 126. 3 hours. It'll work a week. For Jamaica Police Constable. 3 hours.
Would you believe that in North America, and I'll say this to members in the chat group, I mean, I'll show up.
Yes.
In my criminology class, there was about 40 of us. Half of the class was Jamaicans. And during our final exam, myself and 4 other Jamaicans within my criminology class got the highest mark of every other student, and you had people from Europe, you had people from different places that were a part of my criminology class. I'm just showing you the level of intelligence that we had. And you know where I'm going? When the government allows smart minds, smart guys like us to leave a service that we know will do them good, hurt me to the core with. God, there's nobody that love policing like me. I'm not gonna say me alone. They love it.
Yes. Tell me something, though. Tell me something, brother. Tell me something. Somebody, and Beverly say if you used to get overpaid, when you do overtime.
Yes. 100%.
Jamaica may attack, you know. Jamaica may attack.
Oh no. There was we got benefits. Well, if she tell Beverly say she wants to see it like over, it's up to her. We get benefits.
No, they're not talking benefit. We're not talking that benefit because we know you're get the trouble.
Your schedule depends. Depends on your schedule. Depends on your schedule. If you had a 13 hour or 12 hour, depending on your 13 hour shift. You do 13 hours and you do it. But I used to put in more than that. And even when I went to individuals and said, well, I would do extra work because I want to follow that person a little more and take. Believe it or not, me I tell Beverly this, me do it on my extra time. Big up to you, Beverly. We do it extra, not we do it for free, basically. We do it for free because I wanted the convictions to stick. So me go above, me go extra and beyond for the conviction stick. Because when I start something, when I don't give up, I may talk about this. If me know a criminal element or an individual that do something, I don't stop. Just like I'm telling the time with the little man around Douglas Bars.
Yes, yes.
And politicians know say Douglas Bars and Trevor Monroe. We see them make Trevor Monroe Integrity Commissioner. Jamaica people know the people them might be surprised to know, but on if we wake up, because I can't believe Mr. Oldness make Trevor Monroe get Integrity Commissioner. Trevor Monroe, who has no integrity commissioner. Trevor Monroe, who was a leader for the Workers' Party of Jamaica, who fired so much shot on people at Greenwich Farm, create so much chaos back to from P and all over these places. We don't. You think we tell them, we tell them, only Jamaica them can stand to the kings what them do and get away with it. Come here, tell you, people must realize and understand. People will come and say things, yes, and the people must understand, say, a lot of times the things that them see happening in the JCF and situations where the public unhappy about is not the fault of the JCF. They can blame the politician them feet. Want you to understand that.
Yeah, but
politicians are the one that to be blamed. Yeah. And I'm not saying officers don't do things, and create. It's just like our man that I go for apply. Anybody can go for apply. Anybody can ask for favors being done.
Yeah,
but they take the course to a point where
brother, what them do? Go ahead, man.
Like when you input.
Yeah, man. Of course. So,
no,
man. So no, man. We are family. But here it is. One thing with them though, because you see, the force get politicized. So when one party win, some people move out of office and the next say, move in, and then them continue to do these things over the decades, and this make this way reach. Can you imagine? You have a prime minister say, hey, me have an advisor. Oh, I want him as my commissioner. And they make him a commissioner. You can't do that. We're not a dictator country, brother. Them thing they mash up a country, brother. You understand? So these are the things, and then the man them own put in like a goods. And then they make people go on with this dictator business. And every and they take it off a stop, brother. No politician are supposed to involve in a police work. None. No party. It's supposed to be independent of them. So you can investigate them. It's supposed to be clean from the top. So even if Googs, even if Googs drive to a stoplight and me a police, and me see Googs go to a stoplight, me I arrest him. And when me arrest him, remember, I'm going to step down. So it might think twice before he break the stoplight. And that me I tell you, if a politician do something and me arrest him will step down to, me not talk about clear on him. You're not supposed to do this. Because I say for we by the camera. Wear it so we see it. So them not sweep it under the carpet. You see a man and say, hey, nobody say nothing, all right, we take care of you. Too much of that one is a bandula thing. We're tired of that. Yeah, brother.
You see in my criminology class?
Yes.
In my criminology class, we were told, and the public don't know, the lawyer that taught my criminology class tell you, don't talk to the police in North America. You understand? Not all police officers are comfortable with that. They will use, because what people need to understand, when you know policing over years as having experience, there are things that you will do to trick the public. And people do not know that once the police pull you over, it basically your power. If you're not smart, you lose your whole source of reckoning because the police have control of the situation. You understand? And one thing I used to notice, and I'll go back to what I tell you, say, even recently, the last time me come Jamaica, me carry a serving member to a situation and show him how Jamaica people easy to divulge information. Some of the biggest snitches you have are those who claim say them are done an area leader, and them a shatter, and them are this and them are that. Because I tell you, I sit in a situation one time where a situation took place. Because we have to be smart, because there are people who they retire and they might listen. They will know what I'm talking about. So when we were in that meeting and a senior man was there and said, never call that little man, because I want to know what I want. He put the man on speaker, and let me tell you where the man give detail from when them start to every step them make, to every street they stop, to the vehicle where them going at, to everything where them do. And you know why he gave so much information? The man them who go commit the criminal act. You understand? Because it's a criminal act. If you broke a shop, it's a criminal act. It's a breach of the criminal code.
Yes.
The criminal act that they carried out because he did not get enough of what he wanted. He started talk out everything in details. Within a month, there were 16 convictions. And there are 2 individuals right now who, if them know what me I talk about, them here, they know them must, if them sit down on a chair, them fall off. Because them know exactly what me I talk about. There were 16 convictions that came out of that situation. Because that so-called done, and me tell the people in Jamaica, we don't forget rid of them out of the community.
Yeah, man.
That particular done. 16 people from the own community were held in regard to that situation. And when them done them job. Of course, yes. I mean, we sit down, the man have him on speaker, and then give out the information in details.
So brother, you remember say most of them man they were claim say them are done, you know, and era leaders. You have real era leaders. When I talk them leaders there, no, I talk motivators and real era leaders. Not them kind of era leaders, yeah. Our era leaders, what we call era leaders, a joke thing. Saying badness and this and that and get work and kill you and then sell you out. If them not kill you, them sell you out back to the police and thing. For them people they go to school. May make sure for them family, alright. Them live, you know, they get to see me, them live uptown. They might drive big car, you walk, see me, you get a bicycle. If them a step you up. And you pick up on battlefield, me and them stand up. If you dead, them will come bury you. Now work for me. Not doing it. You see me I say? These are the things that were born in a brother. Now work for me. You have to go fight your one back brother. You see?
I can share this with you.
Yeah.
I share this with you once. We accosted. I keep saying we because I want people to understand.
Yes, man.
One and no kill I say.
Yes.
We accosted an individual one time in the 80s, late 80s. The man had over $250,000 worth of checks in his position, and they were paid to the order of cash. You hear what I'm saying? They were payable to the order of cash. People in the financial world, people and policing must know. You yourself know. People go to cash program work, your name not upon it.
No.
Just imagine one man had those in his position, and the man who gave them is a politician. Him dead now. I call his name to you earlier.
Yeah, man.
It was film sources. I call that man name to you. So, you know, let me tell you in a way. When them bro beat the JCF, I may you always butted on this.
Yes.
When you talk with joke, I will laugh.
Yeah, man, of course, brother. Man.
People don't understand the relationship with me and you having a way. Even when you come and you cuss them and you say the police are drunk, running.
Yeah, man.
Me and you good save me.
No, man, I remember some of the most, let me tell you this, them not understand, me have the most good, decent, abiding police family. You see? It's a family and network away, you know. I know, yeah, but because we are trying to get out the evil out of the force, the criminal them. So we have good police. That's what I say, well, I'm a brother, I tell them, I say, any police here say yet be alone, some of them are criminal. Because you have good police, them know what me I talk about. Them know me live, man. Them know my style, man. Yes, man.
One time, see, I share this with the people in the chat group and people who are listening. One time I was in a situation where I was dealing with a very important matter. And I was getting close to that individual. He left the force now. And you know, I got a phone call one day. You know what the person said to me on the other end of the phone? Pussy, you're dead.
Serious.
And you know, some find it funny. So you know, me tell the person on the end of the phone. You said, bring it on. You said, bring it on. You understand? You said, bring it on. Because if I can put myself in a situation where not even hardcore members that I have, family members, people around me who don't know the depth of my work, and individuals within the service who know so what I'm doing is for the benefit of everybody, I threaten me. Bring it on. Because one life may have.
But I tell you this way, brother, I couldn't enough force. Can I have a boss him, you know? Me have a boss him, man. Yeah, man.
Say this to you on the airway.
Yes.
Tell the people in my chat group. The man when me afraid of no barn yet. The man when me afraid of no barn yet. Me no see no gun man when me afraid of. Me no see no dad when me afraid of. Me no see no bad man when me afraid of. You understand what I'm saying? I was programmed, trained, and nurtured by the JCF, nurtured by the JCF. Me get breast milk from the JCF. They feed me like a baby.
Yes.
I'm not coming.
Yeah,
I will make a differ upon 100 subjects. My defense will always be, I will defend those who do their right.
Yeah, man. No, but that's mine. But me and your brother.
Serve the people of Jamaica. And uphold the integrity of the JCF. I will defend them to the core.
No, but hear this, brother. What on, brother? What on, no?
From Port Royal to Twickenham Park.
Yeah, man.
Big up Miss Fraser, if she's still alive. God bless your mama Fraser. Mr. Ricketts, God bless you if you're still alive. Edward Harris,
Mr. Ricketts must be dead.
God bless you. You understand? God bless Mr. Good know they control TNR division and many more.
All right, so hear this, brother. Hear this now. You remember say we are on the same page. Because what we are defending now, we not defend as me say already, you know. Him say my defend, but yeah, him say the good one them. And them we are defend. Not uno criminal. We infiltrate. Because them infiltrate music, them infiltrate the police service, them infiltrate in a politician, in the politics too. Them they are both. Them coming like a lice, like meat. I went up and down and then there's a spread. Seem like meat. Them man, them I forget some kitosi or something, man. I forget rid of them, man. See? And free up back the organization. Because it's an organization, you know. Like what man did that thing say, nothing wrong with the world of the people in it. Nothing wrong with the force of people in it, man.
You see, we tell you something.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna share this with you, and
yes.
I hope the lady name Beverly Alice now.
I'm
still in your chat. That's me a big up. Me a share a thing with the females them in the group.
Yes.
Over my years, Wayne, the most violent acts, and I'll pluralize act and put the S on it, acts of criminal behavior or aggressiveness. People might not believe is female to female. If a female is committing a crime against another female, especially where it comes to who are sleep with who are over maniac, females tend to want to use acid. They want to cut the other female in their face, and they sit down and they meticulously plan of doing things to deface or do whatever they can to discredit another female. Male crime to male crime, a man will shoot a man, stab a man, and him gone about him business. You understand? So I just bring this forward to show people something, to make people understand something. Even if people think that me I defend criminal police, which I am not.
No, you're not. You're not.
You're not. No. What I say is, you have to have a police service in every country, because criminals or criminal behavior, people who commit criminal acts will run rampant upon society. No. Let's look at life on a day-to-day basis. Let's again take the devil's advocate. There are a lot of Jamaicans it's embedded in some people's head from day one, so they're nothing like police. But at the same time, your dad was a police officer.
Yes, man.
A lot of Jamaicans in a way like to get blind. You know what them love to get blind. Not true. Them love to get blind. A lot of people, if them stand up in the line and them want them believe that them should get served first, them will create disturbance, them will create chaos, them will quarrel and some complain. So everybody look at blind in life. Now listen to this. If a policeman is on the street and they do spot check, it matters related to traffic. It is that police officer's discretion if him pull you over to give you a talk instead of giving you a ticket, you know. You understand?
Yes, man. Discretion.
If you know your speed, you show you Jamaica how some people stay, you know. I mean, because it seems like how people cuss police and say things about police, but a lot of Jamaican citizens have this bad persona about them. Just like how you see the man we are calling senior man as to the policeman I give him ticket. Someone will be speeding way, and the person know them as speed and the police pull them over. The policeman said, listen, you were doing 20 over. You understand? the policeman show you proof that you were speeding. Remember, I have an apparatus. He has an apparatus in his hands that shows that you are speeding.
Yes.
And you now, because you're upset, you start cuss the policeman. You call him drunk, bro. You tell him to go suck him, mother. You tell him everything possible that come out of your periphery, everything what you know, because you're unhappy over the situation or the fact that he pull you over. You understand?
Yeah.
Because you're working off your emotions. The same thing applies to the police officer himself. There are police officers that don't like people from Kingston 11. They don't like people from Kingston 12. They don't like people from Kingston 13. Why, Wayne? Why? Why? The fact remain of the criminal behavior that take place in some of these communities.
All right, give me.
I'm gonna say, hold on, wait, finish the point. We don't make it up. Come here, you always very different like that.
Yeah, man.
What I want to say to people, if you have ever seen a rape victim, if you have ever seen a person who's been tortured with man take cigarette and burn them, when Dan give them instructions, say, keep burning them with cigarette or take this and do this to them or cut them, pull them fingernail and stuff. You have never seen these things. So when a lot of officers go to a scene or are confronted with a situation where they see aggressiveness, when they see brutality to a degree, they take it to another level. And that is the problem with the society in Jamaica, because I'm telling you, you have some dons in Jamaica who have cronies around them, who even some of them might even come on your program, who have done deliberate, aggressive, and wicked things to members of the community.
All right, so I don't want to pass this. We don't want to pass this thing.
Yeah,
So let me just take something. I just I give a little thing. No, the police, like we just say, the police, them and them say all these things. But remember this now. When you see a police, remember, you might have think say the people them not see the act of the police and why them just come and look against the police. When a police can drive a car better and drive it and knock off a bike with so much people living in the vicinity and see them, you think them are just like police when them you know so that I turn out the community have a police better.
Sure, that's yes.
No, but not serious, no. Remember now one person see this, and it a catch man video, so so the whole world is sweet. That's like good for video. So why you think so people turn up? So you think them might just come out and go over there, so when you look after them uncle or them auntie get the car and thing and them brother and sister and them come from the same neighborhood. And everybody come out and police still a chuck off man now one video and thing. When somebody I got say next police, I got tell a man say him just say the man sick. I'm going to say, hey, we just want to catch you that gun, me shooting at your blood, hey, go suck you about. Remember the whole world I see it, the whole community see it. You think they might want to go to the police, brother? If you serve and protect them behavior, they cannot be tolerated none at all. You understand? So these are the things I make more problem. Because if even have say violence are going because they have reprisal and killing. And you go down there, so remember, I stem you want to stem that in. You know, go down there like it up on one side or the other side. You know, go down there with more violence. I bet you know that then. Because remember, two people them hurt, Somebody kill your daughter, your son, or a nephew. And over here, so you make a retaliate and kill back some of the family over there. So they might make a retaliation again. So you come as a peacemaker now, you want to break it down. You don't want to come with everything the tactic and drive car, lick down people in a zozo and mash up people and run down people under the sea. What you said? You set up yourself against the whole community. Me, all right. For instance, let me show you a thing. And this is not a joke. Remember my father the danga. Me dep on a house stop. Yeah. Me at work. So you say them about Lucy. We are Lucy, my friend. But we around so. Past the road, going way up there. So you come up on my road now. Me dep on a house stop now. Me and 4 with up on the house stop. My brother and 2 other youth. It never no zing, no lot, nothing. We just put on the plate and everything. No, we just a lot up and we just a half up, lot up and do everything. You come as police and you see we are work on a house stop. And you come up warm in this bad talking. Look over me, over there. You go, come about that. You come about something. You know what? Me not know no bad day. Where you come out for. See? You know what I'm talking. You come with this aggressive thing. Me not work with it. Will you come down? And 2 of them make out and say, hey, give me a tune. And you give them a tune. They say, it is me attack. But I say, go look for them, Give them a tune, go look for them. Go central. When we done? When we done? When I know when I just finish. When I just finish this. So when we done, what them do? Take my brother and the other 2 bedroom and go down. So I forgot at Duke Street to Sandra Alcat, the liar. This after a crash, Seeing when we in the big accident and thing, yeah? I forgot Duke Street and then make she call central. figure free them up for nothing at all. You leave the woman everywhere that far away up the other woman things and everything. Take off, you cannot do these things. Them come up and shoot fire shot, man, and run with spliff. You fire rifle and he go through like 3 fence and kill Andrew Curry over Mr. Curry yard, man. Come on, him lie down and sleep now, man, right? Remember go look on him, man, right? 2 years or shot. Hey, me talk some things when them do a be a violation, no brother. See, so me know this. So you have to be a human rights activist, man. Because enough of them do this and crush people. We are said to stop. And now at 2020, I'm still see them do it. You're crazy. We want it to clean, brother. We get out the criminal them out of the force, brother.
That's right. And
yeah, man.
This is why I say this is why.
Me live to it, brother. Me live to it.
Yes.
You're my father third.
This is why.
Me have that man family member third, brother. So it's stop, man. Yeah, man.
Yes, it's a culture of violence because you know what we.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, this was caused by leaders in higher authority. Because they are the reason why a lot of police officers behave the way they behave, and then you have the culture of violence associated with it. You understand? And it is very disturbing. I tell you something again, I'll tell you again. During one of my criminology classes,
yes,
some ex-officers, police officers that were in the force in Jamaica for like, I think one of the guys was in the force 3 years, another one for 2 years. And he was calling some politician name. Politician name. And he asked, he was saying, we had an assignment, and I say, oh, MC XYZ, and here XYZ and XYZ. And the next word that come out of the guy's mouth, the young man's mouth, he said he could not believe that people stay like that. And this guy was like 24 years old, 24 years old. So I'm saying this to say that I don't know what they're doing with the officers. I don't know what they're doing with these constables coming into the force. I don't know what are they trying to portray, but it is bad. And I say it over and over again. I cannot. It is hard for you. It is hard for you to not see corruption and talk about it. And as I say again,
of course,
I am so embarrassed over the situation with this farmer, and to know that even a senior man can see him clearly sit down in a meeting and his face is broad before the public, the citizens of Jamaica to see, and even the other 2 individuals, the face is there for the public to see, and it is all over the place here in North America. Well, I wouldn't say all over the place, within the group of people that I'm associated with.
Yes.
They're passing it around because people know him, the senior man, people know him, and have negative things to say about him. So I'll give you points for this way, and I'm gonna give you points for this. Even the comment that you made, so him say, Madam, there is no doubt there.
Thank you.
Doubt there because I have heard, again, we have heard that he made comments that nobody can talk to him and him run the place.
Him run St. Thomas. Me I tell me, he all right. So, so me want so me, because he is the on the ground. Me I tell him. So we have me soon on him file.
I am telling you.
Yeah, true, you talk, man. All right. Then, you know me here. All right, good.
I say again. I sometimes wonder. You're either you're either a magician. You're either a magician where you can pull a rabbit out of a hat, and your sources. Because let's be real in a way.
Yes.
Just imagine. I want the people in my chat room to listen when I say to them, whether they're abroad or home.
Yes.
Just imagine if within the police high command or in areas of the police force, you had members who divulged the things that they divulged to you, and they could use that as tools of making changes.
Yes.
Just think about that. Wait, the information that you get, sometimes sometimes you have to call you when you see.
Yeah, man, that's you, man.
Sometimes you have to call you and say, wait, where you get that from? If media Jamaica
yes.
work, would I jealous, would I come sit down in your place and try to draw card for you to find out?
Oh my God. Yeah, man.
No, we're dead serious.
Yeah, man.
We're jealous.
Yeah, man.
Jealous because let me tell you something. In this age of technology, one of my professors in my criminology, sociology professor in my that relates to my situation with when it comes to law enforcement. That man was from Scotland, and when he tell you about interceptions and how to divulge information and techniques of getting information, I was impressed. And even when I applied certain skills, I found that these skills were above and beyond anything that I could ever imagine. When I find myself in a situation where I could start a sentence, and by the middle of the conversation, I get information being divulged to me. Yes. I was proud of myself. But when I see the things that you get, me have to wonder to myself. I actually saw a video of you once. You posted it where a police officer's car was parked and the person was being videoed, and me feel jealous of you. Me not like you.
Yeah, man, that's you, man. Hey, that's you, man.
Listen, let me tell you something.
Yeah, man.
I tell you this way.
Yes.
Even if people mad with me, I say to you, last time we talk, and I'll say to you, Will, I would rather see 10,000, 20,000 criminals taken off the street and then serve 5 to 10 years and people can sleep comfortably.
Yes.
Me not take it back. Wait.
No, man, you're right. Of course.
I do not believe. Let me tell you something. You see, when I get a notification, if I do anything on my link, them say to me, say, well, Mr. So-and-so, you know, say, some man we are ex-con call we and no care when me do me put it down and listening, because let me tell you something. Not that we are gather anything by you or gather, but me have to listen.
Mm-hmm.
You have to listen to me here, and some of the stuff them on here, some of the man them I say, me jealous, me I say, boy, I tell you, boy, trust me, man. And when we are looking at certain things and we hear them, man, I say, Mr. We should have done it. That's it.
Where's the police and criminal? What? I'm going to tell you a thing though. I'm going to tell them some me is the whole 14 parishes, and I joke me I make, right? Remember me do music and them thing, but me do, investigative journalism. Let me tell you this, we do detective.
That's right.
Saying, I'm when I say detective, me I try to show you something. Me can there and gather information. I'm in a push station away. Because me live, I remember not divulge, but we can just zero in one place. We not gonna teach them the techniques, but we can zero in it. And we are talking about inside and outside. Because remember, every police, no care what you do, you still have to interact with somebody there. And you still have to interact with the public. So when you get it, you get solid things, because you get it both ways, and everything can just blend up, and And then what we do, we just add them, like me personally, add some videos and some footage. So you don't know when you get video, I give them, all right, I give them, like how US and thing, like how them the fight out some Cold War and them thing there, I give them style. So when a man say I'm a detective, I say a defective man. You know my style, man. I can't, anywhere you move, I can't trace you to man. I show and say, hey, when I do put me can't sit on my chair. All right, so I sit on my chair, man, don't move with the car. And so I tell you which part him live and everything. In a space of no time, I get back the car. You see the boy run out of the car. And so me now gonna move. You forgot. You never see that one there?
Yeah.
Well, hey, it's Friday enough. All right, I'm hold on there. Me say, hold on, brother, hold on. Me say, one of my police brethren called me, 28 years now service. I said, no, but brother, no man, when you, hey, you're bad. When me mention something about the man going in school and everything, you would call and say, listen, I don't consider him left it. Him tell me now drive, we go no far. Boom, we run out of it. Tavan a donut wheel and everything, mark it up. And by the way, I change one of the letter pan the chassis. One. And we have to pay money to change it back. Because it mark Mrs. Stolen. Just the other day change because the other day it sell. But me I try to show you say him, or me zero, all him father want beat him, and me just come up my life and say, remember, the whole of people want beat you, you have to go run in a cave or live under the sea, because you know how to stay where you live. See your granny go, all him granny. Because I say, see your granny go to church over there, so. See what your father name that, and then live there, so. See, to me, some people are so you see it. You go to the wrong to the man and you see it. All the man that could have zero and pay. No, we not carry out but take like a son. I should say you can't run put everybody thing. Keep pretend lose film vehicle and the key alone him have. We get back that and we have like 48 hours, 24, 48 hours. A police call me a next car, brother. Don't a St. Elizabeth. You know, so quick, me get it back for him. Then me know out of that man and get it back, man, to the man and say. Then me I try to show him, man, I can't zero and pan them, man, but me just show them things, man. So when they call me name them, I have to be careful, man.
Your sources, you see, that's what I'm saying. Your sources,
yeah, man.
listen to me.
Yes.
One time, One time we had a guy that we wanted, because I notice I always say we.
Yes, man.
And, my boss, God rest him soul, him deceased now. My boss
Yes,
said to me, you know what? Get your link, and I want to tour your team up and go a Coronation Market and stake out.
Mm-hmm.
Go to a Igla, and ask her the cost for her produce, tell the cost for her produce, and give her 3/4 of the money for her produce. And wait me, I tell you, say, individually they are garden, but him friend was in another part of the parish, another part of the island, sorry, and him come and be a garden. So we see him in the market couple times and take things from the people, them and thing. And then we get other information, say, you know, the man where, you know, the man where born up in a prison, you know, who me
Yeah, man.
And film link them XYZ. We pay the Igla 3/4 of the money for our produce. I mean, I tell you, we 5 days, 6 days, now my brethren, the Coronation Market. We sell, we document, we sell, we document, we detail. And this is why I tell you about that. Never falsified anything. Within 3 months, within 3 months, we had 19 individuals that were caught up in that situation, and we had them off the street. And let me tell you this, 5 of them ended up going to North America, and they only went to North America because of the same politicians that you see in Jamaica. Yes. And this is sad. That's why I want to tell the people them in the area.
Yeah, man.
So these Dan and these area leaders, be very, very careful, because they will set up you guys. They will set you up.
Of course, brother.
Kick you to the curb.
Brother, let me tell you something, brother.
A lot of times, things that even Tony you with, things that we trail Humpty Dumpty, you know, follow my Barbican, you know.
Yeah, man.
We follow Humpty Dumpty.
All that, me know about that, you know. Me know about the whole of film thing, man.
Yeah, man. You know, say Humpty Dumpty, they are in a wattle pen.
Me know, man.
Sit down on a wall, and Humpty Dumpty pass me, and me yell him up, and him yell me up, and him don't know the 100. And that's why me I say, if your people in chat room ever know the depths of our thing,
yeah, man.
And remember, I know we put on pressure, make enough of them run right now.
Yes.
And when the suppression of crime act was enforced, there are lots of things you could do and take criminals off the street. And we want the people them know so they can come back. Now say it is 100, but they can't come back. You just have to do your thing and get the criminals them off the street, get the guns them off of the street.
Brother.
Me tell you, me still video today was sent to me.
Yes.
And I couldn't believe the amount of young men when me see a travel that time and night with them, the firearm that with them out. And I'm sure the person who videoed is a part of the group with them in. So I'm saying this to say, wait, if you can get the information where you have, if you can get all the information where you have, share it. If I was a serving member of Jamaica and in a power authority, you would have hooked up with you. Me need your help.
Yeah, because we can do better than what the commissioner do, man. I'm not joking, man. And we can look past scene and solve it, brother. Not tell them, say, listen. My thing them deep in like forensic and them thing. We can look on a body and tell them, say, this and that and that. I'd be them thing them study for real, you know. But me I tell them must think a joke and must think have some more talk and thing. We can look on a thing and say, hey, that stage. You know, see, alright, you know, see, when the man at Portland, you know, see, me make them hold him. You know, me say, you know, see, I'm the man killer him second wife, him first wife. You know, see, they never, I know them just charge him. Everything when me say, you know, see, come out in the court and you say this, and all them carry around, what, everything when me tell you. You know, you me tell them before. Because them over there joke is the next man, them a mash up better. For the girl, for the young girl, for beaching, the young girl. It's the next man, the police, them a Portland wall. I want me talk the man and leave at home and go for him. Because that's the plan. See? You know, to make them everything.
Suppose I say something to you.
Yes.
You know the reason why you have this stance that you take and you have that aggressiveness about you.
Yes.
Because your father was a cop and he instilled a certain amount of discipline
Yeah, man.
in you.
Yeah, man.
And you follow those same principles.
Yeah.
That's why I said,
yeah, man.
You're not gonna get people happy with you all the time.
Nah.
Because if you make a song and say corrupt police, and you make a song or you talk about corruption or you bring proof of corruption, people need to understand that what is embedded within you cannot change from your behavior that you have.
No,
because what? You're seeing the facts about the situation and you're unhappy about it. You see, when officers are muzzled within the force,
yes,
that's where the problem is.
All right.
You have a lot of officers who mean well, who want to do well. The people in your chat room don't need to think about this.
Yeah, man. They Muslim for true. True attack. True attack. Yeah, man.
When you have a police service where 500 members a year leaving, when it is bad, you have 12 months out of each year, and you think about it, 500 members a year. So over a 10-year span, think about it. You have 5,000 members leave in 10 years. You understand? There are lots of officers that left with heavy heart.
Yeah.
But we need the people in my chat room to understand. I did 4 years at DT for but enough constable afraid for them.
All right.
We don't know much gun me look up, you know. We don't tell us a man bag gun for me already, you know. Push him gun in my face, you know. You know, I say to the boy, I say, pussy, you better push it, you know, and him think me a bad man, you know. And that time I have my 9 train on him and him don't even know. Because me I look on him finger, me I look straight in him face and I say, pussy, you better bust it, you know. And the little man said to him, say, loud the brethren, man, what you do? And him don't even know, say him done dead long time. You don't even know that.
You have a train on him. You have a train on him and him don't know. But you know other things where you have yes, man.
That's how cool I want to tell you something weird. You know, I put myself on a pedestal, you know. But enough. Who them have them repetition, them have them street thing. But when it comes to work that I have done, them don't have the bags and them don't have the guts. Yeah, tell you that. The policeman have box me, man. Uniform sergeant box me. I'm going to take the box from him and walk away. I'm going to go somewhere, go stand up, and after everything quiet down, I go on the station myself and I walk in and I say, you box me, you don't mind the box, but the way you deal with it, I never like it. And the man cried, you know, like tears drop out of my eye. He said to me, say, you're a serving member. I say, yeah. I say, I'm not blow my cover, but I want you to understand. So the way you deal with it, I never like it. And the man apologized to me.
You know, so me a box him back though. Come in and go say, yeah, man, I cut him back one man.
We couldn't do that because him and some little man run him away, them trigger happy.
Yeah, but him have to come out and no, I say I'm going to the station, I box him back. I declare myself. So I declare myself, I have to declare myself and box him back. You can't box me. Me no work say no, brother. Me no know, but me can't. A principle work with you, brother.
That's why
see? Yeah, man.
Things that I've been through. I struggle right now. I struggle with a lot of things.
Me know that. Me know, man.
I go through a lot. You and I talk after you.
Yeah, man. Me know that, man. Yeah, man. Me know that.
Weeks upon weeks, months upon months. I have no family member. I can't talk to people.
Me know that,
stuff
man.
like that. I had people of integrity that I responded to and answered to. I lose a good friend, a close friend, my teammate.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, man.
Last time with me, you talk about. So, you know, at the end of the day, I'm proud to do what I did. I have no regrets. I have no apologies.
Yeah, man.
People need to understand. And I'm saying this, the officers within the JCF need to give Mr. Daly a chance. Stand behind Mr. Daly. You understand? Mr. Daly can make things work for the JCF. You know the man, they have the ability to do it. You know, so they must spread rumor, say man Google butt head and stuff like that. So what? We can't agree to disagree. Look how much time me and you are talk off here. We don't argue, but we are talk about it.
Yeah, we don't break up
the friendship.
Nah,
I tell you my stance on capital punishment.
Yeah, and you know, say all right, me no business about them part there. No, me not business about them part, but me tell you my problem with that now, because You have so much youth where, and like police where like you would do your work. But me, I deal with equal right and justice. I have so much youth where me know youth right now where they are prison where and of them do the crime, you know. Me not ask, but I just set up. But it's just a matter of time for when me ready now, me I gotta expose these things because none of them do the crime. But these police when them hold on for your name, if you call this and them hold you know, them just say, yo, in man don't have the money and nothing at all, yo, 30 years. And these things will stop. It have to stop. And even if the judge find a man, where you look, all right, me and I know, you see him there foreign and go do crime. You know, so if I did foreign, say him there foreign and go do crime and him do one bag of thing, them I look at everything where him do. If I like American them place there. In a Jamaica, them no business. A matter of fact, me see a man not say my police for 8 years. When a police, you know, him lock up all police to everybody. And him, them charge him, right? But I know none of him case, them no let them no bother look over them and free back the people, them are paid, them have them same way, them have to do them time. Yeah, do time for a man when a police. The government should get sued for these things. You remember the man that were around 8 years, brother? But the one them case, if you let go the people them, then there was no case. Them will on them same way. Oh, that work.
You know me not understand me.
Yes.
You know me not understand.
Mm-hmm.
What me don't know the process now what them I use for the recruitment of officers. Let me tell you something. When me know and where other guys might know or should know. When you go Duke Street, my time, I don't know about them, but when I did my exam at Duke Street, the first thing you got was an essay. The first thing you got is an essay now. And you got 2 topics, I think 3 topics to write on the essay. When you write that essay, and it's handed in to the senior members that are there, if you pass, because you're talking about, you're looking at how you think outside the box. They're looking at the way you write your quotations, the way you punctuate your sentences, stuff like that. If you are fine, I tell you about my thing, I don't know about nobody else. That morning, you know, it was 100 of us. I tell you, no joke thing, I tell you.
Yes, man.
God is my witness. God is my witness. 100 of us, 100. After the essay was written, it was about 55 leave. After the essay, you know, you would then get a booklet. You get a booklet to work from. You have math, etc., etc., etc. You work from that. You answer the questions, the math questions, whatever. You hand that in. The last thing you get is the spelling. The last thing you get is the spelling. And when you finish everything for that day, out of my group of 100 that day, it was only 20 left out of 100. I'm telling you where I'm going, you know. I don't know the process that they use now.
Process.
After you pass, then you go back for your interview. And Wayne, I sat in front of 3 senior officers. And it was like it's like the CIA interrogate me. That's why I don't understand the process that they're using now. And even when you finish that, you have to go through your medical.
Yes,
Stuff like that. You're going to check, you do it, whatever. So I leave dumbfounded when I see some of the things that are happening now. And me, I wonder what kind of process them use in identifying individuals to place within the JCF.
Let me answer you.
No way.
Let me answer you something.
Let me finish. There is no way, just like this guy that you showed on your program that had criminal background, he should not be in the JCF. He should not wait. If you have criminal behavior and criminality associated with your name, you understand? Listen. I'm going to say this to you, and you when me talk about this, I'm going to tell people in the chat group.
Yes.
We used to use unscrupulous means. I will not deny that. But why we did it was because we needed to fingerprint individuals who we were suspicious of committing crime.
Yes.
So what we used to do, we did snatch and grabs, or we pick up our 16, 20, 40 of them if we have to, carry them in, give them a bullshit story, fingerprint them, question them, and let them out. Some of them used to carry them, we used to carry them on the remand center of a remand. So, you understand? That was because what you needed the people of Jamaica, the citizens of Jamaica, to feel secure in their environment.
Yes, yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, yes.
Even if people did not agree with those means, but what the public need to understand, at times you have to play dirty, as the British Secret Service would say. In culture, in every culture, you have the CIA, you have the NSA, you have everybody. Even Snowden got defected from the NSA. Snowden said if you use a laptop, close your laptop. He'll tell you what and what for your phone, where you be careful of and stuff like that. So the people must not believe that certain unscrupulous methods were not used. You have to use these methods, especially in Jamaica, and especially when you know where the criminals are. But it's like when we say to you, it's like when we say to you when we talk to some hardcore man who jealous knows, because some of the senior man them we are talk to, you know, and from some back time we used to hear them man they name and we used to try half of them to
True, but hear this, brother. Hear this now. You see when you say like when you say the CIA and like MI5 and MI6 and them thing, they you know say them people they know do more like up on a international level. What a thing, you know, gather information, you know, and deal with for them thing because them have to make the motherland secure. You understand? Right. So even if people leave from abroad and come here, so you have enemy within them deal with that. You understand? But we deal with a police force now, like when you have the local police, like a New York Police Department, them do them thing and what have you, know, but you have the fit and you have the CIA work. So we work over the whole of them things. So when you talk about the local police now, you have to work closer with the people them and everything. Before me say something, before me finish say something more, is the police this, right? Ups, well on, upse. Okay. So, upse now, you hear this? You hear this?
Yes, I hear it.
What we are talking about the some people with them just fling away and put thing on upset. Sometimes when them get pressure to close a case, them have to put it on someone. And this bad. Because you get pressure to close a case. But you don't catch a little innocent man and put it on him because him name call and them thing them man. All
that is someone,
wicked man. Is that police? No, the police. It's the police. Police right now.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
And you know what? In all fairness, I agree with him on that. I'm not gonna, cause you know, I'm not gonna be hypocrite. I know of situations where, as I said to you before, even though this person was I said eliminated with all due respect, big up that person who gave me that info. I know an individual who was eliminated, and I'll put eliminated in both letters. He was eliminated by Ford. That Ford killed that young man. And Ford, yes, and when we went in, because you know,
you talk, saying we. Them man that duck around them like dirt, you know.
That young man was killed. And he was innocent. Why? We know because we gathered what we wanted to gather, and I was expecting that Ford would even go in, and the authority, I should say, would even go in and say, you know what, something was wrong here, there was an error here. Give the people them, me know me will get cussed for this, well, give the people them a story then. Tell the people them something that even if it's not factual, it look like fact then. Let me be an asshole then and say it, because I can't just kill somebody, pick me and then you have a say in a shootout with gunman and people know nothing about so.
All the while them do that. These are the things that get me mad sometime, you know, brother.
Yeah, man. The mother showed us proof. And you don't feel bad. You don't feel bad, and I'm gonna say this, and the officer will even send you the message, big up and Beverly, everybody in the group. Like, you know what the lady said to me? Sir, left the work here, sir. What the human said to me, you know, and stand up in a food, and you know, say, when the human said to me, you know, I take about 20 paces, and I go and lean up on a wall, and I say, these things not right. And I tell you, the lady take out her breasts. Tell you, you know,
me tell me,
take out her breasts and lift up our breasts to the heavens and say, God, punish them. And I tell you, you know, a lot of these men, you see things happen to them, just like Tony with himself. A woman tell Tony you it, you know, one day, you know, say, me a go down from my knee for you, you know. Tony you it, you know. A woman tell him that, you know. Say, me a go down from my knee for you, you know. And me a tell you.
Somebody say, if you ask us something too. Yes. Talk, you want to ask you. Talk when me ask you. Yeah.
People who believe in the mental, celestial, and the physical must not doubt themselves that there are powers that are higher than powers. I'm a Mason. I won't deny that. I'm a Mason. But at the end of the day, even though I am a part of Masonry and I'm a part of an organization that I know their higher powers, I'm telling you, retribution is a very, very serious thing. And a lot of people will suffer the consequences and suffer the cons, because when you take a person's life, it plays on your whole psyche. I have been in situations where people are killed, in shootouts, situations that happen, not me alone, other people involved. And if you ever in a situation where you have a firefight with an individual or it's close to you, it pulls on your psyche. And when you're telling me that you're going to kill somebody for no reason, when you're going to shoot somebody, when you're going to take the life out of a person, it pulls on your psyche. That energy is going to bring you negativity for the rest of your life. It's going to bring you negativity. Because you must remember, if you're a godly person, and you look at the Bible and how you turn the Bible, even the entities that Christ, when he was on earth, if you're a godly person, when he confronted them declare themselves. You understand? They declare themselves. So no matter what you do, rules of law runs the world. You understand? The mentality of us runs the world. The celestial abodes run the world. The physical abodes run the world. You understand? Things transition and changes over time. So a lot of these men that do these aggressive things, that commit these murderous acts, they must understand that one day, listen, I know one individual that was in Jamaica who we knew that he killed up to 10 people. Police officer too, he killed up to 10 people. We had concrete evidence that 3 of those people who eliminated were innocent. And he hung himself. He hung himself. And I'm telling you, whether people in your chat room believe it or not.
Them tell me to ask you something. Someone say, Lonesome asks if you agree with Adam's statics. If you agree with Adam's statics. Me could have answer for you, but I make him answer for himself. Can the man answer you straight? No. All right.
No.
Why?
Listen. And I'll explain why. Listen. Let's be very careful of how we track things. Listen. Mr. Adams, I'd like to add Mr. to get a man in title.
Yes.
He has a way of doing things that he thinks was right in his eyes. You understand? But wait, if you use aggressive behavior towards individuals will push back at you aggressively. Wait, what the people in the chat room need to understand: fighting crime, stopping criminal behavior is different from Django or Trinity. As in, when you say Django or Trinity, spaghetti movie style. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, of course.
You cannot use bully boy tactics to run an organization. And this is why I say to you all the time, and I would say this to any police officers: once you have a bad boy status attached to your name, people will always have a problem with you. You understand? Mr. Adams fought crime, yes, but Mr. Adams is not infallible. And what the public and the people in the chat room need to understand: you must not see wrong behavior carried out by Mr. Adams and call it right. Because listen, people keep saying, bring back Adams, bring back Adams, bring back Adams. What are we going to have? What are we going to have? Are we going to have Saigon? Are we going to listen? Listen. Are we gonna have things thing similar to what is going on in Syria. The same thing as in, look at the problem that Iraq is having between the Sunni and the Shia and all these people. Mr. Adams cannot come back and fix the JCF. Mr. Adams not gonna stop criminals from behaving badly. What's a we? Because people might think I'm out there still serving and understand. But what I'm saying, Mr. Adams cannot correct the police force. The police force don't need people like Adams and don't need people like Trinity and don't need people like one of the force don't need those people in there anymore. We need young minds, not even young minds, but mature minds, people that have a different way of approaching crime. We and you talk about this all the time.
Yes, man,
if criminals are shoot out with police officers and police officers respond in kind, I put it in quotations, and you think that you can outshoot the police and you want to think yourself you're a cowboy. Hey, all kudos to you. I say again, the man don't need afraid of no man yet, but no criminal will hold the public of Jamaica at random and think that you're gonna run the place when you're not the government. You understand? If you notice, when I talk to you, I address Mr. Holness as Mr. Holness or the Prime Minister. You understand? The only person, as bad as it is, I'm not being biased. The only person in Jamaica I despise right now is Maurice Chang. I don't like him. I don't like that man. And I know why I don't like him. And no matter when, if that never get me and other serving members or ex-serving members or the intelligence organization like him, it will not happen because we know Maurice Chang is a criminal. You hear what I said to you? Maurice Chang is a criminal. He is a criminal. You understand? And I was one of those who pushed for you to reveal anything you know about him, even the sources where him up, because there are things that we know about him.
Of course, we know I have enough sources, you know, so you know, say,
of course,
right on the ground, so I not like me, you know.
So,
and them have America have enough sources and who so them know. Everybody know. Yes, Sheldon say everybody know.
You know why?
Yes.
You know why I love this conversation with you.
Yes.
You and you have done things. I asked you one day when that police officer was killed in Gregory Park, and I'll repeat again. I asked you to give 30 seconds of silence. I'll tell you where I'm going now.
Yes.
And you did it. And I see bloggers. I see people, not even the paper. Not even the commissioner of police. And if I'm wrong, I respectfully take back my word.
No, but you're right.
Not even a minute of silence.
Yeah, man.
Will give towards an officer, whether I'm the kind of girl flex, whether I'm slow with someone play that, I know it doesn't matter. I see the police force now trying to build things with the community. You see them have a concert at Maypen, when I tell you, say a female officer, the boy, I tell you, we wish they just take up singing and left police alone. They say a sergeant there, the man just blend with the thing. And even when you come out and say them should have used some artists and thing, you laugh off of you and say, you laugh off of you, you know, I say, go on, we don't easy.
No, but hear this, brother. Let me tell you what now. Yeah, but me I tell them the truth. So hear this now. You see, if you're police, you remember you want to reach the people them listen to me alone, you know. So if me come and keep something, then we don't just work in conjunction with being lonesome, and you reach more people. Come let me tell you this. Me say, well, I go and stop it just by talking. Me no gang, but people rather trust me because they know me not beat them up, me not call them and set them up. Me not set up people, you know. Me no know that, you know. So me hear something and me know say, yo, this wrong. Me can't say, yo, I'm me ban and go in my place. Me I say, yo, me just say your name. Yo, them think they wanna do wrong. You just go, hey, stop it. It not make no sense. You feel know say that man they connect to you, this and that, your mother book bap, stop them foolishness. And me go on this and me go say the same thing, it stop. It take the police maybe a millionaire to do that. It not cost me no money and nothing for do it. You know, it has honesty, brother. And when people look up on you and know say, okay, them big men talk to you for you, man, because them man, them look out for all people and look out for we from the young and all kind of things. Let me hear me. You don't need no Dan for do that. We just want the police them. You understand what I say, brother? So if we are artists, if we are artists and me I keep something and the same police I lock off my thing, but you have to play back the same rhythm and play back the same thing. Work with it to the man. You understand what I say? Because the music you say can put people together. You don't want to lock off as artists. So I'll go over foreign for performer, we work, you know. You have to work with that man. You understand what I say? So if you want to perform, work with your brother. And that's the truth. Not to tell them the truth. You don't want to look like a police state, brother. You can't do that. You do a police. All right. If me go imitate me a police, like what the man do, don't the man go to jail, man. So you have to come and sing now, I'm this is my work, I have my brethren them work. And we must say nothing, man. And when we have to do something, you go lock it off. Leave now. No singing nothing. Give it the same privilege, man. Have respect, man. I'm not for people to start with the government accountable for the foolishness. We can't do music and you still have to perform overseas. You understand? It don't make no sense, brother. Yeah, man.
You know, as we say, me you always.
Yeah, man.
But just love to have to talk. Cause hear this now.
Yeah, man.
Even with some things, you know, because there's some people in the chat room.
No, man, are nice people, them, and them not know them are this year, man. They love your style.
When man defend the police, them so, but more of them understand, you know, me grew up in an organization from an 18-year-old. And the only family me know. Brotherhood me know. Me from a band with a set of guys where love them like
yes.
Me don't lay down and sleep in my early years and have no doubts with nobody. When we go up on the road at work.
Yeah.
You know, so one day me have a friend, was a special constable. A mobile special constable used to.
Yeah. All right, hold on. Me not stop it. Sorry for stop you. You don't know, say, back in the days when you go through the gate, you see what they say with the ear wing them, you don't know, say, what are the curve wall there, me put them in. Well, you don't know, say, me lay the one of them curve wall there, we do the road there. Go up there, so Cox get the contract. And in a camp, you don't know, you must place my bill in a camp. I go around there. I not say nothing to you. I tell you some enough things, you know. When you stay there, what talk? Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
You have to go to soldier, but one big up, you know, one JR, you have a soldier.
Yeah, man.
Big ride, big up yourself, you know, if you're alive or if you're New York, late man from 3JR, big up yourself. You have to go to a soldier car. One time when a big fight over camp, there, big ride saved me that night, you know, car. A soldier almost took me in my face and a few hands stopped that fist for a reach, you know, because I don't think it got on a big fight, it broke over there. They would have a dance in a city that play over there too, you know, and a special constable drunk and punch a soldier youth and well parade. What they do here to say this, to say that. So I tell them, big fight. Me get licked too, you know, but we give back enough lick to still.
Soldier want to fight?
Yeah, we did young, yeah. It's a work on licking, because you want the lick of them with a charge for going and at that time. We have a crop, we about 20, we had 20 at the time. And it's so funny. You never want to pay for going and chuck off one of the soldier at the gate and some little shoving things start and lick start fire. And it did quash down still, but you know, them things because we young and full of adrenaline, you know. Because remember say them farm the second battalion, you know. The soldier when your chat group was know so them farm 2GR kind of. Yeah, man. And then them farm 2GR, so we know enough of the man them, you know enough of them used to link them and
you never know that is straw. I'm a cousin, you know. You have enough soldier with Rockford. Yeah, man, you have enough soldier with their Rockford, eh? You might have know them too, man. Because I'm a cousin, man. I have cousin over the same way, you know. Over camp, yeah, man.
When I tell you about that special constable, if you show the brotherhood where we have,
yeah,
we never differentiate. He used to have bank detail, and I tell you, say, wait, he used to leave, you know. And go chill with him, you know. The bank with the right side of a palace theater, the side of a bank, you know, a palace.
Yeah, man.
But them used to.
Yeah, man.
Right at the goal, it was a bank right there. So he used to go detail with him right there. So I tell you when me see him alone, if you do detail, that's when I used to feel sorry for him. I tell you, say that the youth there, not even bigger food brave like a brother. One of the bravest youth me ever see, including myself, we walk on God's earth. Because we ain't trust me, no, man. You know me, you talk.
I know, man. You know, man. Yeah, man.
Brave beyond brave.
Yeah, man. True, man.
No fear, not really, no.
Yeah,
so
man.
I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, man. Trust
True, man.
Fight crime, you know. Fight crime, you know. Stop criminal from take over the place. That's why I tell us that when we hear you talk to also man, where we used to know us every while, we get jealous. With them. I tell you, if we come across them, man, they do that nice, you know. You don't have to be real with you, know.
Yeah.
You're different, like.
Yeah, of course. But that if you and them book up a war is it? Yeah, man, them man.
No worries, man. You mean, man, they do the thing, but man,
yeah, man.
You tell you, man. Them for themselves and me, they on my side.
Yeah, exactly.
Me used to work in our early years with some of the most wonderful soldiers that me I tell you. Apart from a couple of times when me and them are work and me know so them stop and smoke them weed or whatever. But I know that we form a band. So me I say that unity, can come back on that unity there. But all we have to have is that senior people, senior men, coming up men, because you have enough man who don't know the inner workings like our time when we used to do things, And the government, when we like with Mr. Bennett, God rest his soul. He said, when me tell him, I can tell you some man, let me tell you some man there, like, wait, let me tell you something. So you have angel on earth.
Yeah, man. Said government.
Let me tell you something. Angel, used to have a man named Mr. Bennett, I'm telling you, that the man there, me say, if I fly pitch pan, that the man there, me run the fly off him. That the man there nurture young men, Nurture you, Maybe you are mold you, and show you how to survive. Teach you the principles of police, for relate to people. What not to do and what to do. And I understand a lot of times how people in your chat group, how people want to experience with police deal. But also I want to tell the people in my chat group and you to wait. You talk to ex-criminals or ex-cons. So it's a slippery slope. Because the same ex-cons who talk to you and tell you what they used to do, the public must also look at it that when these ex-cons were doing the things that we're doing, there were people like us who were trying to apprehend them, trying to get them off the street, but at the same time, they were doing what they were doing. So there's two sides to the
so that. But you have no them ex-cons though. If you notice, them about that's why I want a truth and conciliation. That's why it's good to talk to them because listen now. Remember, and a bank them a rob, and a bus them a rob, and nobody them just go shoot. And you notice like people like what alright. You see like how Sheldon that said the music now. Sheldon you listen me now, and Sheldon that said the music and do this and that. But look on this. Every one of the man them where you me interview, all them getting a badness. All them get out. Sheldon himself and the music him that listen, them kill him grandfather. So him do situation. So we talk to Demos. Him go down there and them rush him, nearly kill him, and him go there some man to defend himself. I mean get something and go down there and leave him, and him go down there and them rush him again. And that get him out. When you talk to Marky, what happened to him? Them kill him friend. Right front time there so it look and nothing about no music. When you talk to you downtown there so from him a tree somebody put gun in a man, nothing about music. And then look up 6 them fire shut off for him. Then him go down the and then they have some big man nurture them. Then me know a ton of youth. And the music me hear them a listen, But when me see them join us, some man just call up the people, them pick me and you understand me I say? Some of them so me understand the dynamics of the thing. That's why I'm not saying nothing. I'm going to show you next thing again. Well, I'm going to show you next thing again. Jamaica have the most churches per square mile per capita. And yet still in the church, them praise and I sing some nice song. And I'm going to show you if the music, if the music supposed to hold the pastor and him supposed to do some glorious thing. But them pastor, they are a molestic boy and little girl. Them pastor must up like, them are do more evil thing. But you think, I remember it's a church. That's why I say, me use some things and I mark some things and I say, me not follow a politician put out in a better. Me not do that, Me I think with factual things and I want to know why the youth them going at this. But me see enough thousands. Enough youth, me know that, man. Me can just call them by them name, is unbelievable. They are 2 mile again. The whole of them, I stand the whole of them. Me know the youth them, See? So me know them. So me know what put them in a day. Because some other place, me know them. See, remember me there the whole 14 parishes anyway. So that's why when me talk, me talk with certain, see, I mean I say, hey, this and that, but what politician do, them a rub up and mash up the place and them go and stick something. Them just stick a calypso, make the place lock, because some girl come out with a little piece of string, them call it costume. Me no like that, come like when woman dress modest and them thing there. See? But me just allow them to feed them thing, them call it costume. When you look, when them done keep them soca party in a Kingston, not reggae. Yeah, the amount of boots and things them have to walk and pick up it unbelievable. You understand? Married woman, everybody in them, it's like is a hell right there, so and these things can't good, but you just love it. Cause when we look through something, I say, yo, most of the youth, them at the one of them youth when we talk to them bad man from long time, we know why them going at some badness. People kill somebody for them or something or the other and they draw you out. And I like, a man just sit down so. And him hear some song and him say, all right, me get bad and me just go for you going. No. Something draw them out, brother. Believe it or not, something draw them out. Yeah, man.
We know we talk about
yeah, man.
Things with you. There was even an individual that same little fucker that asshole few small. More than one time. I talked to senior men who did a like couple years before my time. And I've known bad man of Jamaica used to in a vehicle drive up with you small.
All right.
I know bad man. So when I talk, say, you know, like the man them who are the personal beat, we talk about some of the man them who are
them man them, because the man them when me talk to go through for them one struggle.
And I'll say this again. You see, if you notice within your conversation, you always talk about the politician.
Yeah, man, because they mash it up better, man.
And if there are police officers within the chat group, I want them to put this at the back of them head. I don't know how long they serve. We, and I'm going to say this, spoiler alert, we saw a list that Dudley Thompson sent to us mediation in the corporate area, the list of over 50 men.
Them for dead.
Yes, the elimination. They required a requested the elimination of these men. On that list, there was an individual that I know. I will leave it at that because I talked to you in detail about this.
Yes, already. Yeah, man.
I could not save that individual's life. I couldn't save his life because I couldn't get any information to him. And I'm not saying that individual was clean, Mr. Dudley Thompson should not have done that, including his cronies. That's why I say to you,
50 man. Hey, a genocide that you know, crime against humanity that you know, but lucky saying dead. Yeah, man.
These men were affiliated. And listen to me carefully. I want people in the chat group, if them get a pen for write it down.
Yes.
Within these 50 men were all affiliated with both the JLP and the PNP, who did stuff for the politicians during the 1980 election and after. That's why I'm telling you, Will, no matter what anybody tells me, until politics come out of the Jamaican society,
yes,
out of the fabric and the well-being and the upkeep of the Jamaican populace, until politics is not allowed to encroach upon the JCF, we will not have a concrete, sound, strong, settled environment for police officers to work. Because a lot of people at your program, including yourself, those who lived through 1980 and beyond,
yes,
exactly what
I'm talking that's what brother,
what I'm talking about. Because listen,
yes,
time with me. I make video your platform, I love you, but you let me tell you something.
Yes. I run in about me make a talk it. Yeah, man, go on.
Yeah, man. When you put 18 and 19-year-olds on the street, 1980, to police the street, wherein politician put M16 in a bad man and had a high-powered weapon. You mold them and made them different. And this is why I am the way I am. Unfortunately, with all due respect, I will stand for the Jamaican Constabulary Force as long as the members carry out their tasks, perform their staff, and as they don't commit corruption. So one that are corrupt, the JCF don't have the use for you. Pack your bag, take a walk, and have a nice day.
Have a nice day. Have a nice. Have a prison one send some of them. Because them do too much. Any man who commit crime against humanity like that, you know. Not talk people about, you know, you can't give man 50 names. I run in a brother, but 50 names and eliminate them money after you don't use the people, them pick me and them thing. That phone pick me survive. Phone pick me survive. Hey, brother. Me have to talk again, you know, because, yes.
It's a pleasure to talk to you, man. Bless up the people in my chat.
All right, brother.
We're not afraid of nobody, man. It's a pleasure talking to you, man. I love my work. We don't care when nobody says I love the JCF. I love what we do.
Yeah, man.
I have no regrets.
No.
It's okay because, you know what? It's all good.
It's all good.
Have to do with the
But when I like how the criminal them take it over. So when the man attack, nobody feels that when him attack for you know. Coming out of phone and I want to come back to the days when it was JCF.
Of course, you can't.
You understand?
Have a man return home. You can't have a man return home and me embarrassed, you know. The things where the man tell you and send you, you know. Shame like a dog, you know. Me not take shame.
Me say no take no shame. Alright, let me tell you this, because I run now, but nobody with the shame this man. Me and you gotta talk later. Nobody put that for your head, you know. We don't want you put that for your head because responsible for that. Number one of them say them this you too. Remember police brethren where they live in England, Kappa serve, and them there England and we do some boom and fly down and he must set up a studio. Me go up there, show him how to set it up and everything.
Yeah,
because we there England, me show. Let me tell you, so the man them give him trouble, him have to go back up. The man them make him go back up. The man come down and do job and I do things and make the youth them can work, leave him student. Him just slow right now the man a Christian. Serve him time and this is where the police every minute them bother him. Yeah, brother.
We know you run and me put a quick footnote in.
Yes.
Footnote.
Yes.
Me have to big up some of the concepts because I've seen a few videos where the constables that interact with the public.
Yes.
And I have to give them points. I notice a lot of them do not train the rifle and the public, and I respect that. Because you know, you have to give the devil his due, you know.
Yes.
So I see that there's some level of training that they're using those level of training when they might interact because you know they hold the rifle. The firearm at an angle wherein they're not training it on the public. So anyway, we talk further.
All right, better cool man later. Yeah man, straight up better.
Love them no matter how them feel about me and so the things.
No man, them love you man. Yeah, them not say them love you. You go see the thing man. Later better. All right, better. Bless.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm not off now, because enough. Hey, and them reason you have to use and open up them eyes, you know, to the foolishness. As I said before, we don't like the foolishness. You know, we want a society too small, man, and can't run, man. We want a society where, you know, deal with justice and equal rights right across the board. You know, serve, protect, and reassure. And not this nobody. Nobody watch if a man even born a foul could be not a foul, you know, a human being. Stop treating them like subhuman for being a man. If him even have no house, and then lean up, man, treat him like a person, man. Don't treat him like a human being, man. The word I love, man, right across the board, man. And I joke me I met, man. So, you know, some things, it hurt me. Because enough youth get eliminated, but we know, you know. Front of we and police used to do some things, but we can't join it. Enough youth. And then them play some things that we know people, they're prison right now, and them do the crime. But them have served some terrible time. I want to fight for them too, you know. Because it will stop. But there, you know. Keep it real, yeah? Lonesome, I'm out. Bless, yeah?